to meet your requirements as much as possible. And we can coordinate your relationships with other unit buildings to avoid conflicts. As expected, the Chief Financial Officer not only knows how to manage, but also understands how to maximize profits. Do you have any knowledge about the situation of Building 18, Kur? I've heard that some people say the building manager of their building is a very charismatic person. As the end of the world approaches, they unite all residents and adopt a unified distribution of resources, allowing the vast majority of people to live until now. I see. That's indeed a talent. But relying solely on these to survive for a long time in the apocalypse is still a pipe dream. You can consider waiting for my response. The remaining people are probably demanding very similar conditions, haha. There are only two choices now, to go to war or to seek peace. Kill them all, waste my precious ammunition reserves. Most people have no grudges against me, and killing too many will also affect my mental health. Everyone's life and death are within his reach. Fortunately, I chose Zhang Yi in the first place. From your perspective, how should I choose? If you have full confidence in being able to fight, it's good. Otherwise, even if you provide supplies to those small groups that control the unit building, it will be an unbearable consumption. Is there any way to get rid of this trouble without having to go to great lengths to kill them all? Although it's a bit unrealistic, you can just leave this community and live in a different place. That's easy to say. The safety room, which requires a lot of effort, has long been integrated into the framework of the building, and even abilities cannot be stored and taken away. Does that make me give up my current stronghold? What are you doing by taking off your bulletproof vest? Tie it to your leg for protection. Since you're prepared, it must be foolproof. Owner Group. All members, we are currently facing a major crisis where someone is coming to steal our food. Some nearby buildings are jealous and I can go out to help everyone find food, so they threaten me by saying that if I don't hand over the food and motorcycle, they will attack our building. What are these bastards thinking? If you have the ability, go find them yourself. I fought with them and swore to protect our food to the death. I can't give them a single grain of rice. But we only have 3 or 4 people in our building right now. If other buildings come to attack us, can we really hold on? There is only one snowmobile, so everyone needs to think carefully. Once we share transportation and supplies, I don't care. The rest of us can't even think about drinking soup. Whether you live or die depends entirely on yourselves. I understand, then let's do it with them. Why should we give them these foods that belong to us? Very good. Someone is in the group chat. I blocked the invitation from strangers. How come there's still one? The negotiation room of the community building manager. Chen Lingyu invites you to enter the negotiation room of the building manager in the community. It seems like they're ready to confront me. Jiodong Chen Lingyu. I have already brought Zhang Yi in. Let's talk about that matter together. Building 21, Wang Chang. Zhang Yi heard that you've been living a good life these days. You have food to eat every day and you're comfortable now. You don't even think about us poor neighbors. Building 26, Huang Tianfang. If you give up negotiations now, we cannot guarantee what will happen. Building 18, Li Jian. Let's all say a few words. We formed the group hoping to achieve cooperation through negotiation, not to kill each other. Building 21, Wang Chang. Lao Li, you have good eloquence. Can you tell him about the conditions we discussed? Building 18, Li Jian. The situation with Zhang Yi is as follows. After discussing with the building managers of our other units, we have come up with a reasonable plan. We hope you can accept it and live together. 1. The survivors of the remaining 29 buildings have reached an agreement that if you do not accept the conditions, you will become a public enemy. 2. You must provide material support for our basic survival as an exchange, and we will not attack Building 25. 3. To ensure that you can fulfill your promise, everyone will take turns using the snowmobile as a common property of the community. 4. All the resource points you currently know must be shared with everyone. Why don't we find a chance to take them all at once? No, there will still be security vulnerabilities if we do this. Even if we want to permanently eliminate future problems, I have to break them one by one and think of more secure ways. By the way, it's really dangerous to fight against 1,000 enemies. It's better to capture the thief and capture the king first. The next day. Anyway, they didn't have an accurate estimate of my firepower. Pretend to negotiate and invite those people out, introduce them into the arranged encirclement, and then catch them all. When all the bosses of those unit buildings arrive, they only need to throw a grenade over, and even if they don't die, they will be disabled. Next, we'll just wait for the fish to bite. This is all for Zhang Yi to replenish everyone's energy. The group of people will come to negotiate with us soon. Eat more, stay alert, and protect our home. It's so delicious. Following Brother Zhang is the greatest blessing of my life. I want to follow Brother Zhang Yi for the rest of my life. Zhang Yi, is the peace negotiation you mentioned earlier true? In the future, we can return to a normal life, right? As long as this negotiation is successfully concluded and the food issue is resolved, there will be no more bloodshed in the future. So, everyone, for the sake of a bright future, please work hard again today to stand up and maintain order. Victory is right in front of you. Yeah, as long as they're all dead, there's no need to worry about the future. Are you playing tricks with me? Why did all of them come up with a brainstorm? Get everyone away from me, or you won't need to come over today. There are a lot of people coming, Uncle You. I'm afraid those kids won't be able to control the situation. Can you go over there? Don't worry, I'm here to provide firepower support for you. Zhang Yi. Mr. Yu and other property owners. Owners of other units. Didn't we agree to come here for negotiations? They don't look like they're here to negotiate. This is clearly here to destroy us. What are you panicking about? If they wanted to fight, they would have rushed over long ago. Uncle Yu, there are too many people around. I'm afraid not everyone in the entire community has gathered around. How can we fight? You don't have to worry, their goal is not you, but to force Zhang Yi to make concessions in the negotiations. Besides, think about what we have to make others remember. That's right. Building 26 Tianabang Huang Tianfang. Building 5, Zhang Yunian. Building 21, Wolfgang, Wang Chang. Building 9, Chen Yuling. Building 18, Li Jian. How can you call us to your territory and invite the emperor into the urn? It depends on whether you have the ability to do so. During negotiations, no one should be left behind and others should not be allowed to connect with Zhang Yi alone. If necessary, they can also push forward to block the knife. Did you see those people? Just seeing the number of us almost scared me. Zhang Yi probably has already gone to change his pants. He dares to refuse one of those conditions and give it a try. Don't just stand there. Let's go in and have a good talk with Zhang Yi. Just notify him of what was finalized yesterday and let him accept it. That's it. Where is Zhang Yiren? We came to negotiate with him. Our leader is waiting for everyone up there. Why don't all the building managers come together? We discussed yesterday that it wouldn't be suitable for everyone to go together, so we decided to have the 5 of us as representatives. Then come in, just the 5 of you. The others can't do it, so prepare for a body search first. What does Zhang Yi mean by searching his body? Is this his attitude? You guys are really not afraid of death when you dare to propose conditions for things that don't know their fate. I really thought it could threaten me, but it's also convenient to have so many cannon fodder together. Hello. I understand now. Why are you still jumping around? We can't see what's happening in front of us, just a few dozen of you. Each of us, spitting and spitting, drowned. I know what's going on. Please wait a moment. Great, this distance shouldn't be able to blow up one's own people. What's that? Let's have an appetizer first. What's that? This is. It's a grenade. Zhang Yi has a grenade. How amazing people are. Do you have any further opinions now? We're here to negotiate, don't we need to do this? What's the origin of this guy? Even if we forget about sniper rifles, why do we still have grenades? Do you need to bring over 1,000 people with you for negotiations? I thought they were an eyesore, so I just helped drive them away for you. Oh, it's almost 2:30. You still have 5 minutes left until it expires. Otherwise, WIC. No, we came to cooperate with sincerity. Please wait a moment, we will be there soon. Could you please tell us which floor he is on? 13th floor 6. One shot solved no less than 20 people, which is indeed effective, but with vigilance, it may be difficult to have such casualties again. We still need to save some time, after all, there are only 20 boxes of grenades. Are you the only ones here? Yes, we are representatives. Oh, let's talk about it then. If we can't solve it all at once, we'll have to use another solution. Zhang Yi, you also know that the situation is difficult now. Everyone is short of food and clothing, and many people even freeze to death and starve to death. We can't survive like this anymore, so I hope you can understand that everyone is not targeting you. We just wanted to stay alive and had no choice but to talk to you in this way, as long as you provide the materials for everyone according to the previous conditions. Zhang Yi, what do you mean? Let me tell you, even if you kill us, we won't use it. The whole community won't let you go. Mr. Zhang, please don't get too excited. We can talk slowly if you have something to say. What are you guys nervous about? I just think this handgun is a bit troublesome. Take it out and hang it out. Don't be nervous, come sit down. Let's continue. Firstly, I cannot agree to the conditions you proposed, and no one can afford the material consumption of thousands of people in the entire community. The most crucial thing is that the residents who can control a building with their own abilities in this world are definitely smart people. As far as I know, none of you are so kind that you can't even eat enough and still care about your neighbors. I am now stating that if I do not accept my cooperation terms, we will go to war. Firstly, I can provide you with supplies, mainly food, but the quantity is limited. I can only provide a portion for 10 people per building. I don't care who you decide to distribute these foods to, I don't care who you decide internally within your unit building. This way, I have to bear the material burden of more than 300 people every day, which is already my limit. No way. 10 people's supplies are too limited. I still have 76 survivors here, and I alone have over 20 employees in my own company. How will we divide them when the time comes? So there's no need to talk about it, right? Wait, Chen Lingyu, don't rush to represent all of us. I think the quantity of this material can still be discussed further. 10 people is a bit lacking, and we won't be able to explain it to other units when the time comes. Do you think it's too little to provide food for 300 people every day? Let's reconsider this. Can you talk about other conditions first? Good. Next, we need to talk about what you should do. Since we want sustainable development, it is not sustainable to rely solely on searching for resources. No one knows when this snow will last. So we must be self-sufficient and start working. When I went out, I found a batch of crops. I think we can plant crops to obtain sustained and stable food. Just like our ancestors, food is obtained through manual labor. Have you ever grown land? In such cold weather, all the crops will freeze to death. What if it's even colder? We still manage to survive. Who else can you rely on when supplies and fuel will eventually run out? And isn't it all land outside? As long as everyone clears the snow, there is hope for self-sufficiency underneath. What you need to do is to send people out to work every day so that I can see the progress of the cultivation and see that there is tangible progress. As long as you agree, I can promise to provide you with materials. And the quality of the materials will also be guaranteed, and even in the future, I will provide cigarettes, alcohol, clothing, and even medical supplies. Can you get cigarettes? Do you have a cigarette in your hand? Give me one to taste. I haven't smoked in half a month and I'm going crazy. Does the fire carry fire? What about this? Hurry up and click on it. Now my conditions are here. Do you agree or not? However, as long as you can guarantee that I have cigarettes in the future, I will agree to these conditions. But they agreed to give me at least 2 packs a day. I am also under the same conditions. 1 pack a day, no matter how much you have, no need to talk. We agreed on 1 pack a day, but you must bring it to us. So we have reached a consensus in today's negotiation, right? What are we waiting for? Don't we already have everything we need? Just follow his instructions. But this is too much. What's going on? Just do it like this? Don't waste time. I hate you guys who are so verbose. I think it's almost enough for Zhang Yi to give us face. We also need to understand his difficulties, don't we? 2 pig heads are fighting in front of Zhang Yi, thinking their lives are not short enough. This matter cannot be easily decided. I think we still need to discuss it further. Didn't we agree earlier? The 5 of us will make the decision. Can people from other buildings still dare not listen? I think everyone needs to understand each other. Zhang Yi also has his own difficulties, so everyone can get it done. Don't push him too hard. Hey, I'm talking about you guys. Could it be that they arranged in advance for their subordinates to sneak attack during the negotiation? What are you saying? We're all here, and then someone came over to sneak attack. Isn't that just playing with our own lives? That's what you said, but in that case, you'll have to investigate carefully after you go back. The people below have started attacking on their own. Sit down, everyone. Zhang Yi, it wasn't us who did it. Don't shoot, absolutely don't. Act recklessly and blindly. Zhang Yi is Zhang Yi. He's running fast with a sniper rifle. I thought lying down would be okay. Have you considered it carefully now? I agree with the 2 conditions you proposed. I have no objections either. I also agree. Okay, start working from today and I will notify you tomorrow afternoon to come and collect the supplies. You can go back today. You must work hard. I will keep an eye on you. Don't play tricks on me. They're coming down. How is the situation? Where are the people from Zhang? They have already compromised. Zhang Ji. How did you get those people to agree? The sniper just now was really cool, and it scared those guys outside so much that they were in a hurry. Well, just a small threat of force. In the future, I will provide them with 300 servings of food as an exchange. From now on, everyone will need to participate in labor, cultivate land, and engage in agricultural planting. Can this be done with food for 300 people? And what should we do if we give them all the food? What do you want to do if we don't reach this agreement? We really have to fight thousands of people in the entire community. I don't care how many of them there are, I'm not afraid, but can you handle it? You don't have to worry too much. I will try my best to find food, and no matter what, I won't let you starve to death. Zhang Yi, are you trying to bear the pressure of everyone in the entire building on yourself? We did not mistake you. You are a leader worthy of our respect. Anyway, from now on, I will fully support Zhang Yi in maintaining all of his decisions. Zhang Yi's kindness will never end in his lifetime. What's wrong, Uncle Yu? There's something on my face. No, I just feel that today is strange and doesn't seem like your style. Collaborating with them is just a temporary solution. Today, my original plan was to call all those building managers over and catch them all. When the time comes, each unit building will be left without a leader and fall back into chaos, making it easier to defeat them one by one. But today only 5 of them came. Although they are the 5 most powerful building managers, killing them won't help. It's better to compromise and wait for the opportunity before taking action. I see. I told you. You understand. Although I don't understand, it feels very reasonable. Simply put, the limited and uneven distribution of food in their hands will inevitably lead to internal conflicts, and there will be no need for us to personally take action. They will kill each other, and if some people can't get food, they will definitely pull people to support them. This move is called for Leon per 1,000 gene, or you're one of the best at chess. No, the only reason why I can win is because I have sufficient resources. Just by consuming them, I can make my opponent sit still and wait for death. In addition to providing for my livelihood, I also have ample firepower and a sturdy fortress, and I am not afraid of their threats. On the other hand, these people outside cannot sustain their basic survival due to hunger, clothing, or warmth. How can they fight against me? Even a world-class boxing champion would lose to me on the ring after being hungry for 30 days, wouldn't he? If you're hungry for 30 days, isn't that a dead person? Yeah, right. Why would a group of dead people beat me? That group of people are not all idiots. Chen Lingyu and Li Jian must have seen through my intentions, but the price I offered has already attracted most of the stubborn resistance and will be eliminated first. How can some people break their arms and fall into the flame when they are sober? This is the choice of this group of people. Their eyes are only on the current interests. Just like Lu Yilong, who destroyed the Great Wall and killed General Tan Daoji. Ancient emperors would do such foolish things, let alone the people here. What you said makes sense, haha. But why did you let them farm? It's impossible for them to succeed in such cold weather. It's just a strategy of exhausting their physical strength. During this period, let's take a break and achieve the best of both worlds. I understand, Zhang Yi. Our family's hope for survival now rests on you. I will do whatever you ask me to do. What I said today, remember to keep it confidential. From now on, follow the plan and wait and see what happens. Just need to be wary of not only the enemies outside, but also the internal ghosts in this building. You're back. What was the outcome of the negotiation? You want to know. We will do this in the next few days. You should continue staying at home and not go anywhere these days. In a while, the trouble will completely disappear. The next day. It's been a long time since we came out together like this. Before the snowstorm, our community was so lively. Let's get to work quickly. Our building manager said that the more we do, the more food we get. Yes, 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 we have to work. After experiencing the life of a farmer, we will have a bright future for this day. After reaching a peace agreement in the community, there will be no need to fight and kill all day long. This day is getting better and better. Hey Zhang Yi, go out and find supplies. Can you do it alone? If there are too many things, I can accompany you. Look what you're saying, don't I have a snowmobile? I can handle any amount of things with it. Just wait for me to come back with a full load. By the way, let everyone not slack off and work hard. When I come back, I need to check the progress. What doesn't taste good doesn't belong to him. Where exactly is his car? I've searched around and there's nothing I can find. That thing is called a snowmobile, not a plow. Let me see what I'm looking for. It should be there. That's it. Diluted colorless and odorless, it is the easiest poison to obtain than concealed pesticides. If this dose of medicine kills 300 people, there shouldn't be any problem. At least it can cause internal organ failure and death without treatment. The time for the drug to exert its toxicity is at least 15 minutes. First, let them lower their guard, and then unconsciously mix the rat poison into the prepared food in batches. Finding a suitable opportunity to send all of you away at once is the best outcome. It's almost done. I must have had a lot of physical exertion after working for such a long time due to lack of clothing and food. I am really looking forward to the despair and madness of those who have worked hard all day and found that the promised food has not been received. Zhang Yi, where did you get so much food from? So many of us don't have this kind of treatment. I specifically went to a farther place this time and found it harder to come back. Now that the situation is special, I have to take risks. It's also said that Zhang Yi has a high risk of going out to find food every day. I also think it would be terrible if the car broke down. I'm learning smart this time, afraid of being caught by me. Starting from the first building, come over one by one to collect food. From now on, everyone doesn't have to be so nervous all the time. Although we cannot give up our weapons, hope is right in front of us. We all have a bright future ahead of us. Zhang Yi is right. Good days are coming soon. We've finally come to an end. We've paid such a painful price. All right, everyone, hurry back and get back to work tomorrow. Zhang is right. Today, we can finally have a big meal and sleep well. Hurry home, I'm exhausted. I've been down all day. I've prepared the food. You can eat it after washing it. This state won't last too long. As long as I kill all those bad guys, I'll find a way to leave this place and start over. Move out of my way. With Zhang Yi, that kid is still keeping his promise for a whole pack. Boss, can I have one of these cigarettes? Boss, can you give us one too? I usually have to give away half the weight of one pack a day. We're almost suffocating, Chang Ji, just one. These cigarettes are hard-won and I risked my life to obtain them. Everyone, brothers, naturally share the good fortune and work hard for me in the future. Everyone here, everyone has a share. It seems that Zhang Yi, that bastard, must have poisoned this batch of food. It's not bad to continue eating and drinking for nothing like this, just let those ignorant minions continue to work. My wife, we won't have to worry anymore. Someone will come to bring us food, and we'll just work hard. Well, husband, we can definitely make it through the snowstorm. It must be my parents in heaven who bless us that everything will be okay. There will be no more hunger or killing, and we will live well. The next day. Didn't you agree yesterday that as long as you work, you will provide food? This is where the internal cleaning begins. Where has the food gone now? We have been working diligently according to your instructions, and we haven't seen any trace of the food. You came over and questioned me, saying that I've been slacking off all day without any results, yet you still dare to ask me for something to eat. What's that noise outside? Why is it so noisy? Who knows? Anyway, it's none of our business. The speed at which the plan works is faster than imagined. The food distribution in other units is insufficient and will soon become chaotic. During this period, be extra careful not to get into trouble. Don't worry, I have a sense of propriety. Brother Zhang is really talented. You can even get food in this weather, unlike us going to gnaw on 2 sheep. I have wronged you. How is the quality of the food? Very good. Yesterday, our brothers ate until tears streamed down our faces. It seems like I took it all back yesterday and swallowed it for personal gain. That's good, just have fun eating. Everyone, come here and get your food. After all, the more abundant the guillotine, the better. They are all scammers. Fight them. The animal that goes back on its word killed my whole family and tricked us into working. Go die. Ah. I'm really looking forward to tomorrow. The next day, after being forced to jump off a building, some people were unable to die on the spot and were severely injured. They were tortured by the low temperature to the point of losing their breath. It can be seen that the battle last night was quite fierce. Is Zhang Yi still working today? Why not? If you want to have food to eat in the future, you have to work unless you want to become like them. Yes, we'll do it right away. It seems that no one from other units has come out to sweep the snow. Should we notify them to come out? Do you think they have time now? Last night was just the beginning of a conflict that occurred between the rulers of each unit building and ordinary residents. Unless they can solve the problem of food distribution, one side must completely perish. How can we kill all these people in one night? Is this the legendary Two Taos killed 3 scholars? Then let's move on. What does it have to do with us? Just let them consume internally. Building Chief Negotiation Group. If I don't see the fruits of my labor tomorrow, then food and cigarettes won't be guaranteed. The next day, it's reduced by 1/3, and the effect is really fast. These people know that food is not their turn, but why don't they resist and fight for a chance to survive? Aren't they just solving the food supply problem? If there are other options, they will definitely not risk their lives. The vast majority of organisms will seek benefits and avoid harm in this way. Zhang Yi, please wait for a moment. I want to talk to you again about cooperation. What can you talk to me about? If the community continues to develop like this, it will eventually collapse. Even if you can bring back more food, there will still be people using force to forcibly seize and increase casualties. Oh, and then what? Otherwise, this is the situation I want to see. I can use scientific management methods to manage the community as long as it is feasible and even expand to other places. Now it's the end of the world is in chaos, and the order is collapsing. Even if we establish a kingdom, it won't be a problem. What do you think of you being the king and me assisting you? Are you serious? This is the only way to maintain the status quo. Maybe one day we will die too. So far, you have used this kind of rhetoric to deceive many people who have cooperated with you, and there are probably many who have lost their homes and lives. How do I know if the next one won't be me? Don't count me among those who will die. Zhang Yi, I'm begging you. I'll agree to any condition. Surprisingly, there have been no casualties and we are still working together. Zhang Yi, why are you here? How did you do it? I beg your pardon? Except for your other unit buildings, the food distribution has already been fiercely fought. I'm curious what method you used to conceal the news. I didn't hide any information at all. From the beginning, I informed everyone of the outcome of the negotiations, and regardless of the amount of food, it was still fairly distributed. The ultimate result of being smart on your own is that all of you will starve to death, and no one will be able to survive. Zhang Yi, wait for you. Can you help us? Sorry, that's not possible. With your abilities, you can easily win over a group of people who have the most hope of survival, divide the benefits, and be self-sufficient. But if you hesitate, lack greed, and lack the ability to protect everyone, doing so is equivalent to committing a crime. I know too. What else is there to do? Zhang, are you not going out today or have you collected all the food yesterday? I'll go out later and search for some good cigarettes and wine for you guys. Zhang, you are truly righteous. In the past, you were the heart of a petty person and the belly of a gentleman. If you need any help from your brothers in the future, feel free to greet them. Zhang Yi, you are our great benefactor. The life-saving grace cannot be repaid. From now on, this life is entrusted to you. Look at what you're saying, we're all brothers. If you have any needs, feel free to let me know. I will definitely fulfill them. Okay, everyone, please line up in order and come over to collect the food. Zhang Yi, can you bring cigarettes for Wang Chang and Huang Tianfang? Can you also bring cigarettes for us? Zhang Yi, you can't favor one over the other. Our requirements are not high either. Just 1 pack per day. This is my lifelong request. Okay, I'll try my best to provide you with cigarettes from tomorrow onwards. If you building managers need cigarettes, I'll provide them to you. Zhang, are you being too kind to them? Providing them with food is already a great favor, and now they are taking advantage of everything and having to do this and that. Their demands are not unreasonable. I cannot favor one over the other. It's okay, that's it. Why do those people live so well when we can only barely make ends meet after working hard? It's almost time. The number of casualties caused by internal conflicts is at least around 400, and the probability of the remaining people fighting again is very low. Now that they have relaxed their vigilance and continue to drag on, it will be detrimental to me. Make a final decision tomorrow. I was kind enough to them to have a more sumptuous last meal, right? We need to balance food, tobacco, and alcohol to ensure that we get rid of them all at once. Everything is really coming to an end, and I always feel that the process went surprisingly smoothly. Is it possible that they remained inactive because they were instructed by the insiders in Building 25 or because I was overthinking? Just keep worrying, it's useless. As long as the weapons and safe house are still there, they can't do anything to me. No matter what plans the other side has, all conspiracies and tricks are meaningless in the face of absolute strength. Zhang Yi, we're here. Wait here. I'll call them down to get something. All right, everyone, come and get your things. The plan is about to succeed. Building 21. Hands on. Uncle Yu. It was my mistake. I won't do it again next time. You all have to die. How could he have a rifle? Run away quickly. Uncle Yu, thank you for blocking my bullets. I will help you seek revenge and kill all of them. Zhang Yi, we're not their accomplices. It's none of our business. I swear this has nothing to do with us. Don't kill me. So what? Zhang Yi, this matter really has nothing to do with me. I beg you to believe me. I also have a 13-year-old daughter. I want to live and wait for her to come back. Sorry, I don't have the habit of releasing tigers back into the mountains. Ah, wow. Uncle Yu, are you still alive? Adrenaline injector. Come and help. Hurry up and go save the people. Lift the person up to my house and be gentle with them. Brother Yu, what's wrong with you? You must not do anything wrong. If you have 3 long and 2 short stories, how will our mother survive? If you leave, how will our mother survive? Why don't we go together? What kind of ability are you trying to show off by helping others block their guns? You seem righteous, but can you live up to our orphans and widows? Zhang Yi, will my husband be okay? You can rest assured. I will do everything in my power to save Uncle Yu. Kuer is the attending physician of a large hospital, and with her and Uncle Yu's injury, there is hope for a cure. Zhang Yi, if my husband dies, I don't want to live either, but please take good care of the child for his sake. Oh. Uncle Yu hasn't died yet, so you're in such a hurry to help him arrange his funeral arrangements. No, I definitely hope my husband lives well. That's my carefully selected long-term meal ticket. Since it helped you block the gun and prevent you from bleeding, you have to peel off your skin. Sister Xie, you can go back first. We are about to perform surgery on Uncle Yu to remove the bullet, and you can't help much here. No, he needs someone to accompany him the most now. I can't leave his side. Since the ice finally froze, I've dreamed of living in this home. I can also enjoy the heating, fresh food, and fireplace in the future. Zhang Yi, do you have milk powder at home? I beg your pardon? My child also needs to drink something. My husband loves his child very much. Come over and help, or I'll kick you out directly. You were just performing a trick. I will spare no effort to save Uncle Yu. Please tell me the medicine and medical equipment you need, and I will do my best to provide them to you. I will do my best. How is the situation? Is there any rescue left? The situation is not optimistic. If the bullet harms the internal organs, under the current conditions, there is a high possibility that there will be no rescue. What should we do if he leaves? Sob, sob. Shut up. Don't affect the surgery, Uncle Yu. If there's anything wrong with you, you should be aware of the consequences. Otherwise, I'd rather go outside. I can't be of much help here. I don't know how to cure or save people. Staying here would only add to the chaos. Who needs to stay here with so much food, sofas, and hot water outside? This surgery is related to your husband's life, so you have to stay here to help wipe sweat and deliver things. Even if you don't know anything, your presence here is the greatest encouragement for Uncle Yu, isn't it? This matter is settled. You all stay at home and I'll go out for a while. Brother Zhang, those people who attacked you have nothing to do with us. We don't know anything. We are the most loyal to you. Those people betrayed their trust and secretly attacked, causing serious injuries to Uncle Yu, so I must make them pay the price. We will launch a counterattack against them tonight. Are we the only ones to launch a counterattack? How could it not be difficult with us people? He still hasn't used his trump card yet. You don't need to worry about the people inside the building. I'll take care of you and be responsible for guarding the surroundings. I'll find someone jumping down from upstairs later. Just give him a patch. Building 21. Surround this building. It was Zhang Yi who surrounded us with people. We have to die after it's over. How can we possibly fight that devil? He's too terrifying. What are you afraid of? This is our territory. Even if he charges in with a gun, he'll have to shed a layer of skin. Let's fight with him. Keep an eye on the window to prevent someone from jumping out later. What exactly does he want to do? It's good that no one has come yet. What the hell is Zhang Yi up to? The fuel layout is almost done, and the lead wires are also enough to burn until I evaluate here. The next step is... The weather is so cold, and I am a kind-hearted person who doesn't want to be seen by others. I'll make a special fire to warm you up. Remember to thank me. It's your turn to take action. Cough, 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 they're actually setting fire to the house. Shameless and despicable, open the window quickly and let the smoke dissipate. Oh, my eyes can't see anymore. Damn it, it's all frozen up. Don't waste your effort. Breaking the glass will also cause toxic smoke to come in from outside and run first. It seems that there were also bonfire parties like this when I was in college, but this fire was no different. Just burning it bigger and more recklessly. This has turned the entire building into a cage, and those people can only wait inside to die or be eliminated at the exit. It's so hot. Help me. Sure, Li Yun. Before, you didn't even dare to kill a chicken, but now you're becoming more and more capable. Everyone is working hard to serve Zhang Yi, can't I hold back? Ah, there's one more here. Let me do it. This flame is really beautiful. Yeah, it would be even better if we could come a few more times. What should we do? Will Zhang Yi also use this method to deal with us? We can't continue to wait for death. We fought against him. Wang Chang planned for so long to launch a surprise attack, but he was beaten into a sieve. What are we playing with Zhang Yi? It's okay, Zhang Yi definitely won't kill everyone. He's not crazy. We didn't get involved in this matter where there is a debt and an owner. He has no reason to come knocking on us. Let's go to the next one. Let's go and have a satisfying battle. Building 26. Huang Tianfang is already dead. We have nothing to do with this matter. Don't make the mistake of killing a good person. You deserve to kill good people by mistake. Each person in this building who can survive until now has at least 5 lives in their hands. Besides, being a good person won't change the outcome of me killing you all. He actually burned down all 5 units that participated in the surprise attack. Cleaning everything up overnight is still too forced. Let's do some surface work before the end of this round. Don't worry, I, Zhang Yi, always seek revenge and never harm the innocent. People who are friendly to me won't be liquidated, so there's no need to be afraid. Great. He has no intention of killing us. Yes, those who did it deserve to die. Zhang Yi shouldn't have retaliated against us in the first place. He should be tired after killing so many people. I don't believe he can really slaughter the entire community. Alright, that's all for today's task. You can go back and rest now. Don't worry, let's stay here and warm up first. I'll have to endure the cold when I go back. It's not as comfortable as guarding the bonfire right now. As you please. Add firewood, don't let the fire get too low. If you die, but I didn't treat them well. Why did you suddenly turn back in the end? Chat history. I see. It seems that everything should be fine now. Kerr, you've worked hard. I'm glad I could be of help to you. Zhang Yi, we've been hungry all day. Can you get something for me and the baby to eat? It's true that they will take further steps to recover. Let's talk about it. You can take these things and eat them. After all, you are all from Uncle Yu's family. I won't let you go hungry. What kind of trick are you performing? Is there anything else to eat besides canned noodles? I just saw eggs and chicken bones in the kitchen trash can. Only instant noodles. Do you like them or not? Oh, if you don't eat, then don't eat. I was just asking about instant noodles, which are actually quite good. That's good now. There's another trouble at home. It won't be troublesome. How is Uncle Yu's health? How long does it take for him to recover? Or is it just a brief recovery that won't last long? He suffered a serious injury and lost a lot of blood, and we don't even have a blood bag to use. Actually, I think it's difficult to save him. I neglected the issue of the blood bag, so how did I save him later? Originally, his heart rate was almost gone, but suddenly his body seemed to undergo some kind of change, and the activity of his body rapidly increased, even greatly reducing the amount of bleeding from the wound. Surprisingly, it's like this. The culprit behind the widespread freezing is gamma rays from outer space, and I am able to obtain superpowers thanks to it. Assuming that gamma rays actually affect more than just me, there may actually be other human awakening abilities. Uncle Yu's condition is exactly the same as that before I was dying. It's possible that he woke up to some kind of power. Is dying one of the conditions for awakening superpowers? However, those who do not have the ability to repair their injuries after awakening will still die. If Uncle Yu hadn't met me, he would have died without a doubt. From now on, you need to inject a certain dose of muscle relaxant or sedative into Uncle Yu every day. It cannot affect his body, but his movements must be controlled. Did Uncle Yu also develop some special ability like you? Stand a good chance. We have no experience with this. If Uncle Yu wakes up and goes berserk, he may even demolish this house. Just leave this simple to me. You're tired today, go to bed early. What about Uncle Yu? Can we let Cielime take care of her? Although that woman is annoying, she's not that foolish. She knows very well that if something happens to Uncle Yu, I will immediately drive her away. Don't worry about that. That's the same principle. Sister Xia. Afterwards, you can live with Uncle Yu and take care of him at night. Okay, I'll go in. I was so busy with urgent matters that I forgot. Next, I will take good care of the traitor and cook him up. Inside the 25th building corridor. Go to hell. Long time no see, Fong Yuqing. No wonder you have lived to this day. You are really a plastic sister's flower. Zhang Yi, why didn't you die? Why? That group of useless people, so many of them can't even kill you. They're really useless. Do you think that by secretly contacting Wang Chang and those people, and then plotting against Jiang Lei and Li Qingbin, you can kill me? That's all your fault. I promised you if I persisted a little longer, but in the end, I chose another slut. Damn it. I don't have time to talk nonsense to fools. Ah. Zhang Yi, please spare me. I don't want to die. Please let me go. You deserve it all today. No. It's still too cheap for you to die like this. The next day. The recovery is very good, and the self-healing speed is more than 10 times that of ordinary people. I understand. Take good care of him and make sure to cure him. Zhang Yi, I forgot to bring my charger. Can you help me retrieve it? Also, our baby's diaper. I remember that even in a coma, people seem to be able to hear sounds. I have urgent things to deal with outside, and I will help you solve them after I finish my work. It's time to get rid of this annoying guy. At the end of the day, there aren't many survivors left and there isn't much threat. Continuing is just a waste of manpower and resources. That's all for today's cleaning. Others can talk about it later. What do you want? Brother Zhang, don't misunderstand. I have important information to tell you. Very important intelligence. I have already taken care of the entire community. Is there anything else that can be considered important? Brother Zhang, have you heard of Wang Ximing, the son of the richest man in Jiangnan, who spent 1 billion yuan to build a doomsday shelter? Do you know where the shelter is? There are many people here, and we can talk more carefully when we go back. There's no one here anymore. Can you explain it to me in detail? Wang Ximing's shelter is actually located in Young Manor, and all the villas under his name are worth 250 million yuan. If Young Manor were there, it would be worthy of his status as the son of the richest man, but why are you telling me this news? I'm telling you this news in the hope of following you as long as you let me be your follower. Let's take down this shelter together. You treat me like an idiot. There's such a good thing about it. You'll tell me, and then you'll talk about how it's so easy to take down such a top-tier shelter. Although I know where that place is, now that Wang Ximing is its owner, I alone cannot take it away. Actually, he knew about you before and even contacted me about it. He took the initiative to ask me to lure you over and then take the opportunity to steal the supplies and snowmobile from your hands. But I rejected him at that time. I was so bold that I didn't dare to have your idea. How can you guarantee that you weren't fishing just now? I'll shoot and kill you right now. Don't kill me, don't kill me. What I said is true. Trust me once. Brother Zhang, I didn't lie to you. The news just now was absolutely true. Oh, then give me a sufficient reason to prove that you didn't collude with that prince to harm me. Maybe you can still survive. I have witnessed your abilities, and the possibility of surviving with you is greater. Even if I join Wang Siming, in his eyes, I am still a pushover. I used to be his lackey because of the family business. Not only did I have to work low, but I also had to offer my own woman for him to entertain and have fun with. More than once, whenever he gets interested, I have to rush up and become a pimp several times. Because of him, I have long been the laughingstock of the upper class in Tianhai City. Whatever you say, I will also vent this anger. If I agree to cooperate with you, how do you plan to help me? We can use the connection between me and Wang Siming. I'll pretend to trick you over and let him open the door. It's easy to kill him with your skills. How are the security measures and weapons specifically deployed in the shelter to resist external enemies? Before I tell you, you have to agree to cooperate with me to ensure my future food and clothing, otherwise there will be no comment. No comment, what's the use of keeping you? Even if you kill me, it's useless. I know that once the people in the community lose their usefulness, they will all be silenced by you. The information about the shelter is my only hope for survival. You are indeed a bit clever. As for the conditions just proposed, I can agree, but there are a few prerequisites that you must abide by. Okay, you say. Firstly, you must explain the situation in the shelter to me in detail, especially the safety devices and equipped firepower facilities. After the construction of this natural shelter, I also visited it and gained a general understanding of the situation. Secondly, I need you to help me kill someone. It's easy to handle, but Zhang, who do you want to kill? If you can't kill them, you still need me. As for the last condition, just wait for me to hear from someone I am not convenient to deal with. Go upstairs first, I'll go get something for you. Is there anything in the suitcase that is special agent equipment? I'm sure you have a rough guess about my identity. Although I still want to go incognito and continue my mission, due to the special circumstances, I have to expose my trump card. If that's the case, I'll say his marksmanship is like a god and he kills without blinking. He must be a retired hidden army king or professional assassin. This is a true big shot. If we can hang out with him in the apocalypse, we can definitely survive. When I was a mercenary, I often captured prisoners who were difficult to handle, so I had special measures to deal with those who were stubborn or had malicious intentions. Zhang, what are you doing? This is a chronic poison that we often use. It only takes a week after injection to have an attack. Without an antidote, death is inevitable. Don't worry, as long as we take down Wang Siming's shelter, I will give you the antidote. Don't come over here. Now we are like grasshoppers on a rope. There's no need to panic. This medicine will never take effect before the deadline. I also want to avoid mutual suspicion between us, so that if I die, you won't be able to survive. You can go back first. I will give you separate instructions on what happens next. I understand. I will contact Wang Siming immediately after I go back. Let's go there as soon as possible. It seems that there is no exposed filling. The so-called chronic poison is just a cover, and this injection is just methylene blue injection used to treat methemoglobinemia. It's just that a large intake can cause adverse reactions similar to poisoning. But since he believes it, the possibility of deception and betrayal in the future is much smaller. Are you still playing tricks until you die? Uncle, you woke up and scared me to death. Fortunately, you're okay. Fortunately, you have a doctor here, otherwise I would have really lost my life and I don't know what's happening outside now. It's okay, just take care of yourself and rest. I'm here for other things. Zhang Yi, you are so kind to my husband. Our family of 3 don't know how to thank you. In the future, our whole family will rely on you. What Sister Xia said is that I will be responsible for the daily life of your family of 3 in the future. Zhang Yi, this is me. Zhang Yi, this is something you personally agreed to. You can't go back on your word. Of course. Okay, I'll go back and get some daily necessities. Can you hold her for me? Don't lock me out later. Hi, look at what you're saying. Am I that kind of person? Uncle Yu is still here. If I don't open the door for you, what am I? That means you can come when I go. Now you have to take care of both the child and Yu Jiguang. It's unreasonable not to let me in. Su Hao. Zhang Yi. The person has gone out and is looking for an opportunity to solve it. I was planning to solve the problem with Cheryl May and you, but I still can't bear it. Go find a woman to adopt you later. Zhang Yi's house is so warm that we must stay so that my child and I can survive. Don't blame me. It's all your own fault. I'm going to damn it now. Su Hao. When will you be able to give me food after finishing the business? After I figured it out, I'll let Sister Xia live here with her child until you're taken care of, injured, and the child's grown up before moving back. This is really troublesome for you. Your family's supplies are also limited. With 3 more people, even the coal used for heating needs to be doubled. Let's not talk about this for now. Just rest assured and we'll talk about it later. Why are you still crying? I'm not sure, but it's usually Cheryl May who takes care of the children at home. Can you find a way to make this child quiet for a while? I don't know how to take care of children either. Could it be that she needs to change diapers? Yeah, right. I'll leave it to you. Uncle Yu, have you ever felt any changes in your body that are different from usual? I don't have any strength all over now, I just feel itchy in the wound area. That means it's normal for your wound to recover. Really? But I always feel like something's wrong, right? Ahem, wait a minute. Why hasn't Sister Xia come back yet? It's so chaotic outside now. Can something happen now? Zhang Yi, go take a look and don't let anything happen to her. Please take good care of Uncle Yu and the child. I'll go out and take a look. All members, please gather in room 1301 on the 13th floor. Next, I will distribute materials and decide on the division of each unit building in Yahello community in the future. Please choose on a first-come, first-served basis. If you don't want to die, just stay at home and be honest. Now that we have convinced other buildings, the community will be our decision. In room 1301, we can support Zhang Yi as the leader of the community, and he can provide food and protect our safety. This is very fair. I think you will accept this suggestion. After all, the community has already stabilized and he doesn't want to break the status quo, does he? It's quite beautiful to think about death on the brink of death. What's that? The effect is quite good. Why did you kill us when we helped you so much? Help me, it's me who made you live until now. Comfortable now. All the enemies in my past life, except for Su Hao, were killed by me. Only 5 people survived in Building 25. From now on, there will be no one in Yahello community who can threaten me. The matter here is over. The next step is to take down Wang Siming's shelter. And then my carefree days evaporated from the world. Uncle Yu has some bad news to tell you, Sister Xia. Xia, what's wrong with her? Those neighbors secretly colluded with people from other units to take down our targets, which were supplies and my house. Although we eliminated those 2 traitors on the spot, there were still fish that escaped. They were worried that I would retaliate afterwards, so they took action early and gave Miss Xia away. Damn it, it's all my fault for being careless. It's not your fault. If it's my fault, I can only be blamed for not noticing in time. It is indeed a power-type ability that complements my abilities perfectly. Don't worry, I cleaned up all those guys, which can be considered as a consolation for her spirit in heaven. Those people deserve to die. You've done so much for everyone, yet you still repay kindness with ingratitude. I also have a responsibility. I didn't expect them to be so insane. Don't be so pessimistic. I'll find you a beautiful wife in the future. I prefer something more mature. This is easy to handle. I will definitely choose the one that satisfies you the most. Zhang Yi. She cried again. What should we do now? Maybe you're hungry, right? What are you thinking? I'm not breastfeeding, so how can I give her milk to drink? We are indeed not suitable to take care of children now and need to find an experienced person to take care of them. It's definitely not a problem to find a reliable family to send her over and then provide some essential items for the baby's daily life. I'll go find you a good family now. Is Zhang Yi coming to kill us? Li Jian, come out. Zhang Yi, I'm here. You're not afraid that I'll kill you. I'm afraid, but it's useless. And I don't think you came here today to kill us. You came alone and held a child. With your personality, you wouldn't use this posture to kill someone. Not bad. I've told you before that you're a smart person. I came to give you a child as a gift. You have the most people alive in this building. You need to find a wet nurse for the child. That's right, this child will be raised by you in the future. As a condition, I can let you off the hook. Here are diapers, formula, and some food prepared for her. After all, the thing was sent by me. If I don't take good care of her, you understand the consequences. You can relax. We will definitely take good care of this child and never let anything happen to her. How many people are still alive in your building? There are still 66 people left. How are you going to survive next? I won't provide you with any food. There will be a way. We have all lived until now and encountered difficult things. I have always believed that there is no end to the path of life, and as long as people are alive, there will be hope. Actually, the food problem can also be solved. I saw that the buildings I burned down didn't have enough food for you to eat for a while. No, we won't get to that point. Once there is a wrong start, waiting for our ending will ultimately lead to destruction. It's better to preserve our human dignity and die like that. At least our hearts are clear and open. At this point, there are still people who can maintain their true feelings and stand in front of me like this. To be honest, I quite admire you. Thank you, but I admire you even more. As the end approaches, you have the ability to live well for yourself and the people around you, but I am far behind you in this aspect. Zhang Yi, actually I have something to ask for. Stop, I know what you're going to say. Why were you able to provide so much food before? Now the number of living people in the entire community is about the same. With your ability to manage the entire community well, you can lead everyone to survive. No need, okay. All sentient beings suffer, and I am not the one who Buddha cannot save so many people. How can I remember to eat and not to hit so many people if I help? Who can guarantee that I won't be backfired? It's already quite difficult to take care of oneself in troubled times. I don't have any grand ambitions. Living well is my ultimate goal. This is a gift for those who are hungry. Take it. As a person, everything depends on oneself. You have also touched me to some extent, making me believe that there is still the glory of humanity in the apocalypse, so don't say I won't give you a chance. You can try cultivating these seeds to feed yourself, which is understandable. Whatever you do, I can only help you up to this point. Can these things still survive at -60 to 70 degrees Celsius? Professor G.E., academician of the College of Agriculture. Quickly gather these seeds and plant them, so we won't have to worry about food. Can you grow these grains, G.E. Lao? You have a way on such a cold day. If there is a chance, there must be a chance. We always try, even if the hope is slim. But if we succeed, we can survive. The troubles in the community have finally come to an end. From now on, all we need to do is to obtain the new stronghold. Have you finished your work yet? It's all done, but I'm a little hungry now. I'll cook for you. What would you like to eat for lunch today? Chef Joe is beautiful and kind-hearted. Can't you guess? What are you doing? Uncle Yu is still next door. It's okay, the sound insulation at home is very good. He can't hear it. I still have to cook, can't you wait? You're busy with yours, I'm busy with mine, don't delay. The next morning. Zhang, I have already communicated with that side. When will we go there? Come to my house and have a detailed chat. It seems like we can't wait any longer. Sit down for now, don't worry. Let's talk slowly. Zhang, let me tell you how Wang Siming and I talked. Don't bother so much. Just give me your phone. What? Do you need a phone? That's right, I want to directly look at your chat records with Wang Siming. Give me your phone quickly. You won't be hiding anything from me, will you? No, it's just that. Talking to you well doesn't work, does it? Zhang, please don't shoot. Don't shoot. I said some bad things about you to Wang Siming, but it was just to confuse him. That's not what I really wanted to say. Cut the crap. Oh, you two were in contact half a month ago. That damn dog is arrogant and conceited just because he has a gun in his hand. Why does he live in such a good house? This kid is tough enough to kill dozens of people in one breath, it's not easy to deal with. Zhang Yi is a powerful character and indeed very capable. Ming Ji can't handle him with my help, but we can definitely work together without any problem. How to explain? Zhang, listen to me explain. You've already given me a shot. Even if you die, I won't be able to survive. I said that to confuse him and make him think that I'm with him. I swear that if Su Hao has any bad plans for Zhang Ji, he will make me die a miserable death. You're useless even if you're struck by lightning. In the chat records, Su Hao did not disclose my firepower and specific abilities. Wang Siming only knows that this is a stronghold with abundant resources and snowmobiles. Using existing intelligence gaps to catch turtles in a jar can be successful. So please tell me more about the specific situation of that shelter. Especially for weapons and defense facilities, not a single word should be missing. That shelter is said to have used materials from spacecraft, and unless it is locked in a nuclear bomb and directly fired, there is almost no way to break through it head-on. Of course, it is still possible for external forces to break through by deploying a large number of manpower through heavy firepower weapons for a long time. There are no heavy weapons in the shelter, but there is a hypnotic gas spraying device inside the house. There is also a high-temperature flame injector installed at the entrance of the channel. At the moment of starting, there is a high temperature of nearly 2,000 degrees Celsius. Wang Siming's goal is my snowmobile and the supplies in my hands. If he can't get them, killing me won't help. So when I go over, I'll put away the snowmobile. The worst outcome is that I get caught, but he won't kill me because my life or death is not important to him. And the biggest threat to that shelter actually comes from the trap in the entrance passage. That's right, I pretended to be working with Wang Siming, and then you pretended to be caught by him. Since he wants me to interrogate him, you can pretend to be hypnotized by gas and successfully pass through the trap, then work together with you to kill him. That's right, that's what I meant. After we went over, you pretended to be caught and I took the opportunity to kill him with a knife. It seems better not to let him know about my gas mask for now. If there is a way to completely solve this problem with flame gas, that would be great. By the way, why didn't I think of this move before? The time in the alien space is static. Before that, I always regarded it as a simple storage function. If the ability can be applied to actual combat, isn't it possible to become a very powerful combat force? If we can really tap into the potential of superpowers, the rewards will definitely be far beyond imagination. You go back and wait for my message. I'll give you a reply in the next few days. But Zhang, even if I can wait, the poison in my body can't wait. What are you afraid of? I said it would take 7 days for the poisoning to occur. If it takes more than 7 days, then 3 days, or even 1 or 2 days, I will definitely give you a reply. Please wait with peace of mind. Then I'll go back and wait for your reply. You must contact me. Go ahead, go ahead. In the future, when I have time, I must invest my energy in developing my abilities. Maybe there are other fields waiting for me to develop besides alien space and precision shooting. But now we need to consider how to use my abilities to block the attack of Wang Ximing's shelter. When gas and high-temperature jet flames are ejected from the trap, it can be considered as actively attacking me, so there will be no resistance when collecting them. In theory, it is completely achievable. The interior of the alien space is in a state of absolute stillness or near absolute stillness. As long as I turn the direction to change the vector while maintaining the same kinetic energy. You can even return the object that attacked me to its original path. Isn't this just a complete counterattack? Being able to use it like this in another space is simply a divine defense skill. Next, I need to master this skill proficiently so that any attack from any distance in the future will be ineffective against me. However, what are the effects of using this ability on humans? I have tested it on ordinary fish before. But now, considering the combat aspect, we have to use live people for experiments. Being pushed out by neighbors to confront me is also unlucky for you, but it's also an opportunity. Take it and attack me. As long as you hit it once, I will reward you with a piece of bread. This is what you said. I want to run. It seems that once a living person enters another space, they will fall into a completely static state. What will happen after leaving the other space when both breathing and heartbeat come to a standstill? Haha, I thought I was doomed. It seems that it still has an impact on living organisms, and after a certain period of time, they cannot survive. What did you feel just now? I feel like I've entered a vast white world where supplies are piled up like mountains. I seem to have been there for a century, and that might be too scary. I must have had a hallucination. So it turns out that the passage of time in such a strange space is countless times slower than outside, which means the longer a creature stays in another space, the higher the probability of mental breakdown. Since we cannot actively store living organisms, what if we dismantle some of the tissues? My hand, hee. Try this first. Living people can't do it, but broken fingers can. What's the principle behind this? After the wound is treated, continue this time. You hit me with something. I have tried several times and obtained the desired experimental data, which has helped me understand the characteristics of different spaces and master many of them. Delicious, really delicious. How long has it been since I last had proper food? There are certain restrictions on the scope of collecting materials, and objects with strong external forces cannot be collected, and they are invalid for living people. My ability can open a channel that connects the present world and the alternate space to transfer incoming attacks, and then reflect them out by adjusting the vector direction. Next, I know how to deal with the shelter of Wang Ximing's family. Thank you for your help. It's okay, it's okay. Thank you for giving me a bite. You are no longer useful. After eating well, it's time to hit the road. Am I finally going to die? I can finally get rid of this cruel world. In the next few days, we need to find a few more people to quickly conduct practical simulations and make preparations in advance so that we can be foolproof. 3 days later. We can go now. Zhang, I feel like I'm about to die. Recently, this guy has been eating better than before and even looks like this. It seems that the psychological suggestion has really tormented him a lot. I can give you an antidote first, which can temporarily relieve your symptoms. It's just scaring myself, but that's the effect I want. Give me a shot, give me a shot. This can alleviate your symptoms, but if it lasts for up to 5 days, you will still die from poisoning. You'd better pray that this operation will succeed, otherwise neither of us will have good fruit to eat. Zhang, don't worry, Su Hao won't joke with his own life. I followed you wholeheartedly this time. You'd better be. Didn't all the problems in the community be solved? Where are you going again? Go to a better place, see. There's no need to ask too much. When the time is right, I will naturally tell you. I have enough food for you and Uncle Yu to last for half a month, in case I encounter any accidents. Zhang Yi, are you going to do something very dangerous? Don't worry, I, Zhang Yi, never do anything without confidence. I'm more afraid of death than anyone else and won't put myself in danger. However, it is my personal habit to prepare in advance. I have something very important to do this afternoon, so we can continue. Put your hand out. Brother, why don't you believe me now? I'm really on the same side as you. I'm even poisonous. There's no special reason, it's just that I feel more at ease and my credibility is higher when he sees you tied up in front of Wang Siming. Brother, the wind is making my face hurt. Do you have any extra helmets? Just endure for a while without you, and you look more real when you're a little miserable. Young Manor Villa area. Adjacent to the river and backed by mountains, even the feng shui has been guided by experts, and the architecture is more luxurious than other high-end villa areas by more than one level. The terrain makes this a natural snow shelter, with much shallower snow than other places. I used to think that the disasters of the apocalypse would be fair to most people, but now it seems that even the wealthy will have extra favor from God. What's the use of that? The wealthy people here don't live like you, Zhang Ji. Don't flatter me, come down and show me the way. Shouldn't we continue driving inside? If we go, we'll have to walk for a while. Let you come down and go wherever you want, there's so much nonsense. If snowmobiles can still be used for activities, they must have sufficient supplies. The carbon crystal is almost burned out. I saw the bottom 3 days ago, and the people nearby are in the same situation. We can only rely on that outsider for hope. It seems that in order to survive, I must give it a try. This is the shelter you mentioned. Go ahead and open the door for me. Don't be in a hurry for now. Just a moment. I'll open the door for you right now. The scheduled time is tomorrow. The other party will come today. What about that snowmobile? Bastard, how dare you play with me? Believe it or not, I'll break you now. Don't shoot me. I can open the door. Let me try again. After working so hard for so long, we cannot fail, otherwise we will not find such a good opportunity in the future. If you dare to play any tricks, I will immediately burn you to ashes. Indeed, having money means one can do as they please. Zhang, let's go in. There's still a door inside, and once you open it, you can enter the shelter. Got hooked. What? Su Hao, you bastard, open the door quickly, or I'll kill you. Ha ha ha, Zhang Yi, don't struggle. If you kill me, you have to die and obediently accept your fate. I don't care about your life, I just want the supplies on you. Daydreaming, I'll kill you now. If you shoot me, you won't be able to survive. It's time to catch these 2 rabbits that were delivered to the door. Just wait for that guy Wang Siming to come out and immediately shoot and kill him. Not Wang Siming. The damn useless thing didn't mention anyone else in the shelter in the intelligence we mentioned before. That celebrity in the film and television industry, Lin Gong. It's rumored that he has a good relationship with Wang Siming. No wonder he got here. People brought it. This guy is really stupid. He doesn't even bother to deal with it. Isn't this expected? If even an unknown poor person can't handle it, my billion doesn't mean I'm in vain. After getting this kid's snowmobile, how about we go out for a walk? I don't know what the situation is outside. You can go out for a walk and grab some food on the way back. Lin Gong, don't shake around. I didn't shake, but you did. Why did you become 6? Putting you down is effortless. Not suitable for use, but not suitable for viewing. Truly deserving of being a top-tier second-generation wealthy individual, the living room alone is so luxurious that it's jaw-dropping. Is this a billion-dollar shelter? It's like a miniature ecological chain. It's a great place, but from now on it belongs to me. Game hall, pet room, entertainment room, water bedroom. Water bedroom. It seems that this place is not as peaceful as imagined. The animals below have all been disposed of by Wang Siming. He still has the mind to take care of them now. Cat and dog room. Prince Wang, we know we were wrong. We were wrong. We can do whatever you want us to do, please. Let's go out. No, just give us a little more. I have a rough idea of what happened to the bodies of the people next door. Monitoring room. The core of the entire shelter should be here. I wish I were a computer engineer. There are also sports venues underground that will serve as shooting ranges for me to test my abilities. This channel cannot be opened temporarily without identity authentication. This channel cannot be opened temporarily without identity authentication. It seems that if you want to know the usage of the entire shelter, you have to ask the owner Wang Siming. I'm awake. How did you do it? In the apocalypse, there must be some life-saving means to survive. You don't seem to have time to talk about this topic right now. Why don't we talk about other things? For example, how can we cooperate well in the future so that we can exchange for your life? What do you want? We can have a good talk as long as you don't harm my life. To put it simply, my purpose of coming here is to find a stable place to survive. It's too dangerous outside. The materials are scarce and the temperature is cold. With so much here, I don't have many alone, right? Just moving in here, don't you want to kill me and become the master of this place? Is it necessary for me to kill you? Your place is too big, even with 100 people living here, it still feels spacious. I wouldn't kill someone for no reason. Besides, I also hope to take this opportunity to make good friends with Prince Wang. Oh, you want to make friends with me? Not bad. This snow disaster is indeed very troublesome, but this abnormal celestial phenomenon cannot last too long. Sooner or later, society will return to its previous order. If a small person like me could become friends with a wealthy man like Prince Wang and have your support, wouldn't I be able to rise to great heights? Of course, with just a little guidance from me, you can become a great person. It seems that he thought the snowstorm would pass soon, so it would be best if he still had some fear of order and dared not kill me. What do you want? I can let you pick whatever you want in this house. Since Prince Wang has figured it out and wants to cooperate with me, I don't have many demands. We can live together here in the future. Before that, please provide me with the instructions for using the shelter system. If I promise to give you the user manual for this shelter, can you guarantee not to kill us? I've told you before, Zhang Yi is not someone who indiscriminately kills innocent people, and I hope to become your friend after the snowstorm in the future. Okay, I'll tell you. Use the startup shelter related instructions. Very good. From now on, the owner of this shelter has officially become me, Zhang Yi. How did you verify that there's no problem? Quickly untie me, I feel numb all over. Okay, hold on a moment. Relax, relax, take a deep breath, that's it. At first, you may feel a little dizzy, but this is normal and soon you won't feel any pain anymore. I did everything you said, why do you still want to kill me? Sorry, I have no reason to keep a worthless waste, right? The two most troublesome ones have already been solved, and now killing him is as easy as pie. Where is this? Zhang, you have succeeded. Zhang, how do you deal with him? The mountain people have their own tricks. Just one Wang Siming doesn't matter much. There are some things you don't need to know so clearly. Damn dog, I never thought I would step on you like this one day, ha ha ha. These things are for your reward. Open them and take a look. Zhang, you're really my own brother. What do you need me to do in the future? Just say that if you frown, I'm not human. Is it? I checked the remaining supplies in the shelter, and apart from Wang Siming's leftover canned food, there's nothing left. The energy needed to maintain the normal operation of the shelter is only enough for 5 years, and you won't get much from it. What? Wait, Zhang? What do you mean? Can't you understand? Before we arrived, Wang Siming had already wasted most of the resources in the shelter. You can take these things out and survive for a while. No, this is impossible. You must have swallowed something good for yourself. You can't treat me like this. Are you lying to me? Just make me think that the resources of the shelter are exhausted and then drive me out, and you can monopolize this place. The information that I'm not going to the shelter is what I provided to you. If you kick me away now, don't even think about it. I'm lying to you. It's necessary for me to do this. Who knows? You keep everyone in the community in the dark. I'll tell you, if you dare to take down the mill and kill the donkey, I'll tell you about occupying this place and your superpowers. Even if it's not me, someone will come to deal with you then. Oh. Then I have no reason to keep your life. Anger doesn't make you strong. You need to have strength. I originally planned to let you live a little longer, but why did you choose to die on your own? Entertainment area. Go back and bring Kuer over. As for Uncle Yu's words. Anyway, I already have a better shelter. Why don't I leave that safe house to Uncle Yu? There's no way to put the safe house in another space for now. Why don't we stay in Yahello community as a backup base for Uncle Yu to live in? It's like repaying kindness and helping me guard there. And before, I promised Uncle Yu to help him find another companion to live with. Those shouldn't rush for a moment. Let's take a look at what Wang Siming usually watches. Foreign TV channels. Strangely speaking, Blizzard has affected the transmission of signals, and the signal range that mobile phones can receive is limited. How is this achieved? Are all TV programs from around the world? You actually set up a server in your own home. You really have it. Although I don't understand how it was done, based on the received signals, it can be determined that the network system inside this shelter is super powerful, and its signal transmission capability can reach a global level. In this way, I can access information from around the world through the internet. 8.5 billion people are expected to be wiped out in just 1 month, with only about 2 billion left due to the impact of the snow disaster, accounting for nearly 3/4 of the total population. It's not easy to have 5% retention if things continue like this. There are many related reports on special humans with mutant abilities. It seems that except for a very small number of people who have acquired superpowers, most of them have been deformed or even distorted by gamma-ray radiation. As of now, the number of variants appearing worldwide is not very high, but there are definitely those like me who are still quite dangerous in the outside world of hidden abilities. Then I need to live even more comfortably in this shelter. Go back first and pick up Kuer. Just a minute, please. Who? Please make sure to wait for me. I have something I want to say to you. You are Yangmi. Yangmi is the most popular top-tier flower in China in recent years, and the woman that countless men dream of most longing to be close to. I haven't eaten for 3 days. Can you take me away? I don't want to die here. Everyone's life is not easy in this environment now. If you want me to take you away, you need to give me a sufficient reason. I just want it in one bite. As long as you're willing to give it to me, I can promise you any condition. Come with me. Isn't this Wang Ximing's home? Now this is my home. Thank you for letting me in. What is your relationship with the owner here? Are you familiar with Wang Ximing? How many people in our circle are unfamiliar with him? Oh, that means your friendship is also good, isn't it? That's not true, it's just that he's a very famous person and his family has money. So in some activities, we may encounter people who don't really take us celebrities seriously. Then don't worry about his problem. Anyway, remember that the current owner of this place is me. Thank you. Can I borrow the bathroom here? Help yourself. The long-lost hot bath is so comfortable. I think I won the bet now. My luck is pretty good, and if it's this man, even if I spend some time with him, it may not be considered a loss. I have decided to talk to him and ask him to keep me here to live for a period of time. We also need to have the corresponding consciousness to give something. This is just a transaction. I just need someone to protect me, provide me with food and a comfortable place to live. After the snow disaster passes, I will draw a clear boundary with him as long as no one knows that I will still be that dazzling star in the future. Zhang Yi, can you let me stay here? It's difficult for a weak woman like me to survive alone in such a harsh environment. So I need a man to protect me. Don't worry, I won't trouble you for too long. After the snow disaster ends, I will leave here. Only the two of us know about this. Leave after the snow disaster. Regardless of whether this long snowstorm will end or not, even if the ice age passes, do you think the world will still be the same as before? It will return to its original state. If the world doesn't change back to the past, wouldn't all my efforts over the years be in vain? Anyway, since she's so determined, she saved a lot of steps. Okay, I promise you. But in my house, you have to listen to me in everything. This is a basic principle. I see. There are new clothes here. You can take them and change them in. What kind of ability is this? A little trick. Don't you want to leave? Why haven't you fully enjoyed yourself yet? It's not that I have something important to talk to you about. Okay, I'm a bit hungry. Let's go to the living room and chat while eating. Let's eat while chatting. Let's clarify some things in advance, Moo Chu, to avoid trouble in the future. My home is quite big, and I don't have too many women to support you. The only requirement I have for you is obedience. You're so smart, you probably don't understand what I mean, do you? Understand that in our entertainment industry, this kind of thing is called unwritten rules. I can agree to your request, but there are a few principles that I also hope you can abide by. But it doesn't matter. Firstly, our relationship is limited to the snow disaster period. If one day we part ways, I hope you won't reveal anything about this place. After all, I am a public figure. If someone finds out what you and I have done here, I will have to retire in the future. I won't easily reveal what I've done with you. The second rule is that I will comply with your requests, but sometimes you can't force me to do things I don't want to do. We cannot make overly abnormal demands unless my consent is obtained first. I realized when I was young that I didn't know my wife was good, Boss Chow. If you came to find me on your own initiative, don't always show a look of grievance. Even if it's just acting on the spot, everyone needs it, but as a popular little flower, I hope you can always have your acting skills online. At least this way, I will be happier, and it's also a good thing for you, isn't it? Then you have to agree to my conditions first. Don't worry, I don't have too many perverted hobbies either. The next day. I need to go out for a while. Please stay in your room for now. When will you be back? You don't have to worry, I'm just going out to pick someone up and I'll be back soon. There are many wealthy people and celebrities living in this place, right? Yeah, this is already the largest wealthy district in Tianhai City, and the lowest net worth in the surrounding area is over 1 billion yuan. It's like this, I have a friend in my hometown who is quite interested in me, but he was deceived by a bad woman and now needs the comfort of the opposite sex both physically and mentally. I want to find him a companion, just ask you. After all, you have a relatively wide network in the wealthy circle. There are relatively few deaths in the wealthy areas now, and there are also some wealthy ladies who are slightly older. Would your friend mind? My friend is in his 40s and personally prefers more mature women. If that's the requirement, then it's easy to handle. You should know Zhou Haimei, right? Zhou Haimei is the childhood goddess of many people in China, Wang. Can you get in touch with her now? Well, then I'll communicate with her. Uncle Yu, this time I've lived up to you and found the best one for you. I have already discussed your friend's matter with her and she has no objections. I've been waiting for quite some time, right? These are prepared for you. I understand. Thank you. You already know everything about Sanmiki, right? I know you found a home for me, right? Very good, you are all smart people. There are some things that I don't need to say much about, but if I knew who leaked the intelligence here, then she wouldn't have to live. Shujia Town. Excavate here. Run away. Okay, I found fish. Uncle, did everyone in the city freeze to death on such a cold day? The urbanites don't even know how to grow a single crop on a regular basis, so they rely on us farmers to support them. Now, they may find it difficult to even have enough to eat. I think he's almost dead long ago. Fortunately, we are rural people. No matter how bad the weather is, we have food at home and strength in our hands, so we are not afraid of not being able to survive. It's just this cold weather, it's too suffocating. When can we go over there? I seem to have heard the sound of motorcycles. The fishermen have adapted to this extremely cold temperature. There's a dog. I didn't expect that there would be people in the suburbs who could adapt to the current extreme cold. These people must have come for snowmobiles. Stay seated. Stop for me. Bye. Up. Leave the car and the woman behind. Get lost. Excuse me, brothers. I don't want to cause any trouble, so don't come and seek death. Can't let go. Hey buddy, where did you get your car and gun? Ancestral legacy. Snowbikes are top-notch transportation tools that are much more efficient than sleds, and there are also big stars who maintain them so well. Hey buddy, this is our land in Sudong village. Have you thought about it? We need to charge a toll for passing through. You have to keep one between the car and the woman. You can't see that I have a gun in my hand. Who are you scaring? 4 of us, 8 dogs. How many bullets are in your gun? Leaving the woman and the car behind can give you a way out, otherwise you can give it a try. If we continue to drag on, their reinforcements will arrive soon. Even if I can escape on my own, she will be torn apart by the crazy pack of dogs. This is what you forced me to do. This guy really fired. Right now. It's so risky. If you get bitten, it could be a big problem. Those sled dogs will die of hypoxia shortly after being captured in another space, just as they were used as test subjects to observe the time flow velocity difference between the other space and the outside world. I've already said that when encountering someone of unknown origin, you can't rush to take action. This is a great way to get yourself involved. Where are the dogs? Where have all the dogs gone? Something's wrong. This is too strange. The dogs in the village would never run around recklessly. That person has a lot of problems. He has a snowmobile and carries a gun. He's definitely not an ordinary person. Anyway, killing the people of Sudong village cannot end like this. The situation is a bit strange. That person may have extraordinary abilities like Chunlei. It's better to go back and ask the village chief for advice. My old path. Something happened to Chunlei. You're already such a big person, so you don't feel embarrassed. Is this my own hobby that you can control? Little brat, you still have the face to say that I have already told you to introduce you to someone. There are so many beautiful girls in our village, but you can choose from them. What's the meaning of an old woman in the third dimension? I'm not interested. San Grandpa, what are you doing here? Tell him about the ocean. Today we went fishing and 4 young people from our village were killed by someone. How could it be that someone died again? The surrounding villages have all been tidied up obediently, haven't they? The thing is, this time it's not from Zujiazan, it's from across the river. That person is so amazing. 4 people and 8 dogs were solved by him in just a few clicks, fearing that it might threaten the safety of our village in the future. Will Chunlei have extraordinary powers like you? It's very likely that. Although I am the only chosen one, the heavens have endowed me with great power and destined to arrange enemies and my destiny to make me stronger. The entire Su family in Sudong village is of the same clan. If they are bullied, we have to fight back and make them pay with blood no matter what. Chunlei is too powerful for us to deal with, so we rely on you. Yeah, you're the chosen one. The Su family now relies on you to protect them. You must not disappoint us. Don't worry, leave this matter to me. Let's get off the car when we arrive. The person I want to show you is upstairs, come with me. Okay. Finding someone to live with is like this. In this world, there are not so many choices to make do with. Zhang Yi, you're back. Congratulations on your success. Are you thirsty? Do you want some hot drinks? Or do you say you're hungry? I'll give you something to eat below. You can sit here for a while first. I just realized now that you like such a mature woman. Don't overthink that I came to take care of Uncle Yu. But there's nothing wrong with you saying that I like mature people. How is Uncle Yu's current physical condition? His body has almost recovered, which is unbelievable. According to the normal recovery rate, it would take at least 3 months. And I quietly injected him with muscle relaxants as you said, but found that those drugs couldn't limit his strength to some extent. As expected, it should be a physical enhancement type of ability. Is his mental state still normal? I saw online that some people have undergone physical mutations after obtaining superpowers. If this happens, it could be dangerous. No, Uncle Yu looks quite normal, no different from usual. That's good. I'll go ask him about his situation now. These wealthy people are really capable of flipping things around. I thought they were stupid and had a lot of money to do those useless things. There are probably many wealthy people at home and abroad who have built shelters. According to the proportion, those who are truly powerful and wealthy are more likely to survive. Fortunately, I have made such a good friend of yours, so I have lived to this day. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. By the way, what changes have occurred in your body recently? I feel that my body is indeed different. My wound recovered from such a severe gunshot wound in just a few days. Also, my strength has increased significantly. What a powerful force. I feel like a monster now. Uncle you don't have to worry. You just awakened a powerful force. Don't believe it, I have also awakened my abilities. You see. Oh my God, no wonder I always feel like you have a lot of things on you. Oh, my goodness. Take it easy, you have to adapt slowly. It's okay, it's okay. Don't hurt you. The stronger, the better. With the friendship between me and Uncle You, the safety of those who can awaken their abilities is guaranteed. Uncle You, do you want a wife? As soon as you speak, I will bring my wife over for you. Of course I need it. Where is the person? Let me take a look. Are you Joe Jaime? Hello, are you Mr. Yu? Even if you two get to know each other today and live together, we will take care of each other and help each other solve various problems. I won't say much if it's urgent and polite. This house will serve as your wedding home, and you can live here solidly. Joe Kuer and I will temporarily move out without disturbing your two-person world. How can I say this? This house is your hard work. I have found a new place to live. Isn't it a waste to leave it empty here? Even if you help me take care of my home, I can rest assured. It's settled like this. Go pack up your things and I'll take you to your new home later. In the future, if you go out to find food without a means of transportation, this car will take you there. You can also come to my place to play when you have free time. No, absolutely not. Zhang Yi, you've given me too much already. I can't say anything more without it. What will you do in the future? I just need to click anywhere. You call this whatever you want. Is our new home beautiful, Zhang Yi? It's big and beautiful. It's much more comfortable than the house we used to live in. No wonder you're so generous. I told you, according to your personality, it's impossible to give someone the safe house that you've put so much effort into. It's not a gift, it's just a loan for them to stay temporarily. If we need it someday, we will still come back. By the way, there's now someone at home who wants to inform you in advance so that you can be mentally prepared. Is there one more person who is a woman? You specifically stayed there. Don't think too much about me. I'm afraid you won't be able to work alone every day and find someone to help you share the pressure. Is what you said true? Of course, you are the first person to choose to work together with me, and in my heart, you are absolutely irreplaceable. I knew you liked me. Just understand. Anyway, it's all about you and me. I don't need a disobedient woman. How does this snow feel worse than when the snow disaster first started? No, this snow is abnormal. Zhang Yi, why is it snowing so heavily? I'm afraid it's not just a heavy snowfall. Hurry up. It's a tornado. This is definitely not a natural disaster, but an attack from a psychic. My ability is absolute defense. As long as I don't panic, the other party won't be able to kill me. His attack on me was very precise. He must be nearby. Firstly, I need to determine how many types of attack methods he has. Isn't it about to hit? Why did it suddenly disappear? This move consumes a lot of money, damn it. Chunlei, are you okay? I'm fine, it's just that this guy is really difficult to deal with. He must also be a capable person, and I can't figure out his abilities. Withdrawal. The opponent's attack has stopped, and it seems that this blow has also consumed a huge amount of energy for the opponent. Let me take a good look at where they are. Eureka! Don't come over. He has an assault rifle in his hand. Such heavy snow can still hit from such a distance. The distance is still too far, but try your own tricks. How could he use my skills? Let you guys go for now. Poor pursuit is a safe strategy, and the villagers' territory on the other side is so deep that they don't know what will happen. Moreover, Kurer is still in the car and cannot leave too far recklessly. If you have the ability, come after me and seek revenge, but the next time will be at my home court. After returning, you must exercise your abilities well. The future world may become a world of superpowers. Just now, I was really scared to death. Fortunately, you were there. What was the outcome of the battle? Did you kill that person? The distance is too far and it's nighttime, so I can't continue pursuing. However, that guy should have been scared and wouldn't come over easily to cause trouble. Will he come to seek revenge in the future? Based on his demonstrated abilities, he should be an alien who can manipulate ice and snow from a distance. Maybe a snowstorm will come and bury our place where we live. You don't have to worry about that. Our new shelter is absolutely safe. Even if it's buried in snow, it won't affect our lives. And with my abilities, I am not afraid of his attack. Suddenly being raised like a canary for a while, I really can't adapt to such days. When will it end? Come over, I'll introduce you to a friend. Friend. In the order of first come, first served, you still have to call her sister. She's your girlfriend. Hurry up and get dressed, come over. I am a top-tier Chinese celebrity and a top-tier actress, yet I want to be with another woman. The charm of a woman is the best weapon, and winning or losing is just beginning. So quickly, I'm secretly getting more excited. TSK. Hello. Why it is you? You two know each other. She's my cousin. But it seems that your relationship is a bit stiff. There are some contradictions. Zhang Yi, please don't let her know about our relationship. What's going on between us? It's our transaction. My mother, according to seniority, is actually Kuer's aunt. The Zhou and Yang families are both famous scholars and talented families who have achieved remarkable success in various fields, especially in medicine. It's not because of someone like you who's been involved in the entertainment industry. Because of her situation, many people in the upper echelons of Xinjiang are mocking our Zhou family. The girl's family lowered their value and entered the entertainment industry. That kind of dying vat is simply insulting to the family. Even I myself have been ridiculed for having a cousin who plays a role. Can I not be angry? But is it wrong that I enjoy acting and the feeling of being praised by many stars? If you were to become famous and start a family, it would be fine. However, you rely on your figure to become famous. Why can you be so popular? Don't you have any idea in your heart? What Kuer said is absolutely right. Don't bring up the past anymore. In the future, there will be no scholarly ladies or top-notch actresses here. You are just neighbors who share hardships together. Don't neglect these places. You need to take good care of the botanical garden and farmland, understand? Kuer has prepared a bedroom on the second floor. You can go over and tidy it up first. Good. Zhang Yi, thank you for not telling Kuer about those things. I already owe her something, so can we keep our relationship from being discovered by her in the future? Well, no problem. I respect your opinion. It's not easy not to be discovered when there are only 3 people living in the huge shelter. Thank you. How about I make you a meal first? You can also cook. Of course, don't think that celebrities are just trash in life. When I'm bored, I like to cook for myself to relieve stress. Oh, why isn't there anything to eat? Strange, why can't I find it anywhere? What are you doing? Didn't you say it? Don't be like this. What if it's discovered? What does it matter? It's just teasing you. All right, You can continue cooking. Are these things enough? Oh my God, how could you have these things? Chicken, duck, sea bass, pork, abalone, sea cucumber, and yao zhu. In the future, our family will eat like this. Really? Is it a bit wasteful? Don't worry, you're busy first. I'll explain it to you slowly later. The meal is ready, come and eat quickly. How about trying the craftsmanship of a big star? You probably didn't notice what just happened, did you? How can I eat this with too much salt? He was startled just now, and it's really difficult to grasp the amount of seasoning. That's good. Your cousin sisters can't be united. I can take advantage of it with ease. Come and taste this, it's good to nourish your body. Well, what you fed is still much better. Then eat more. Indeed, competing for positions is the best way to stimulate employees' enthusiasm. Zhang Yi, who do you think is better, her or me? Of course it's you, little fool. How can she compare to you? You're my exclusive doctor, she's just an actress, I'm just playing around. But I think you guys look like TV dramas. Don't think too much, fool. How can you doubt your position in my heart? I knew you loved me the most. What's the use of something like love coming? Everyone just takes what they need. Love is just a disease that makes people lose necessary rationality. A few days later. Not from voice calls, but from mobile phone dialing. Is it difficult? I have acquaintances who are still alive and can only contact me by phone. Is it possible? Even if it's an acquaintance, I won't care about it. What's going on when this number can still be dialed after being blocked? It's too weird. I absolutely can't respond. It's possible that I accidentally blocked it because I didn't operate it properly just now. It's not that mysterious. Damn it, this is waiting. How did it connect on its own? Why aren't you answering my calls? Calm down, as long as the other party is a hacker, it is possible to achieve it. Who are you? Zhang Yi was born in room 2401, building 25, Yahello Community, Rinjiao Residence, Jinwan District, Tianhai City, in 2025. He is 25 years old this year. There must be a top hacker on the other side. How much else does he know? I also know that you are currently living in room 101 of Young Manor, which belongs to Wang Siming. He has already asked you to kill him, right? Who are you looking for me, and for what purpose? I am your current neighbor and I live in Young Manor. But you'd better not have any ulterior motives, otherwise I can expose your information at any time. Why give it to you? With these things in your hands, I can deliver supplies to you. I'm not a big shot. It's not a big deal if the information is exposed. If you're not afraid of death, just expose it. But what do you think would happen if someone found out that you have the lost supplies from the Chengnan warehouse? How did he know about this? What are you talking about? What was stolen and lost in such a large warehouse? Do you think I, as a small supervisor, did it? You don't have to play such tricks with me. The warehouse theft must have had a significant relationship with you. Such a large warehouse, even if you only indulge in ink, one shelf is enough for you to use for a year. Even if you are not the mastermind, you must have a large amount of supplies in your hands now. I'm not afraid to tell you my name, Zhiyun Group. You must have heard of the name Lu Fengda, right? Lu Fengda, the leading figure in the domestic information industry group, is actually him. Chairman of Lufeng Zhiyun Group, a leading figure in the domestic information field. The Zhiyun Group, which he personally built, is also one of the 3 strongest enterprises in the field of information security in China. It's so easy for such a character to crack my phone. Wait, if he could manipulate my phone, would the entire shelter be controlled by a supercomputer and have it already been hacked? No, this possibility is very small. He is currently trapped here and does not have the necessary equipment to capture the server in the shelter monitoring room. If he really succeeds, he would not have called me to protest. It turns out that Mr. Liu has been listening to me for a long time. No wonder he was able to hack into my phone. In order to survive, I had no choice but to do so. Zhang Yi, you have a lot of resources at your disposal. Since you can support 2 women, it's not a problem to support 1 more. As long as you provide me with the necessary supplies to sustain my life, I will help you keep this secret, and I can also help you maintain network security so that you won't be hacked again. What do you think? Mr. Liu, don't make such jokes. Do you think I, as a small supervisor, have such great abilities? Zhang Yi, I have seen more things than you imagine in my life. You thought I didn't have any evidence and would say that. I can get a lot of information about you through your mobile network. You must have the batch of materials stolen from the warehouse in your hands. Damn old thing, I'm going to kill you. I do have some supplies in my hands, but most of them were sold by me for money. After all, there is not much space at home, so it is impossible to store too many things. That's not important. As long as I spread the news, your life will definitely not be so easy. So, do you agree to my request or not? This guy does have the ability to spread the news and ignore the consequences. It's hard to predict if those who are still lurking in the apocalypse find out about the resources and even space system abilities I hold. It will be a big problem. Okay, I can provide you with some supplies, but you absolutely cannot leak any information about this matter. If you have any ulterior motives, I'll kill you first. Don't worry, I'm not stupid either. This matter is well known by heaven and earth, and we all have a pleasant cooperation, ha ha ha. I need to eat baijiu, underwear, and cotton socks. You can send them to me. How should I give you those supplies? I live in Villa 302. Please deliver the supplies to my doorstep. Don't play tricks on me, otherwise I'll expose your message and make you feel uneasy. Don't worry, I'm living a very comfortable life now and I don't want to cause any trouble for myself. This Lufengda must die, there is absolutely no second possibility. Kerr, there's something I want to discuss with you. Okay, what's up? It's like this, our current location has been discovered by someone else. You have dealt with this kind of person more times than me. He now holds our leverage to threaten us. According to your understanding, what will he do in the end? I have indeed come into contact with some of these characters. They may not be as ruthless as ordinary people imagine, but their intelligence level is definitely quite high. At the same time, the moral level is also quite low. A person with too high a moral standard cannot become a successful businessman. Of course I understand that. I want to kill him, but I'm worried that he might have some backstabbing waiting for me. That's why I dare not take action. But keeping him alive means I have to be constantly extorted by him. I absolutely cannot tolerate this kind of thing. The biggest threat to you is that he has access to your intelligence, and if this information leaks out, it could potentially harm you, right? You rewrite. That would be terrible. I have heard before that the executives of internet companies colluded with some dirty officials, and the officials sent people to silence the executives after the incident. But in the end, the evidence in the hands of the executive was directly exposed online. Transmission progress. I seem to have heard of the story that the internet tycoon stored the evidence on the online disk and set a program for automatic distribution to the network. Unless he personally operates it every day to stop this program, the evidence will spread all over the internet the day after his death. What worries me the most is this, which means even if you kill him, you won't be able to stop our intelligence from leaking out. If you can't think of a solution, just relax for a moment. There's no rush about this matter. We can first give in to him and then slowly come up with countermeasures. Delaying for too long is not beneficial for us. The key is that if we can't think of a solution to this problem, we always feel frustrated and anxious. Did something happen? Oh, you're here too. Why don't we discuss countermeasures together? This matter is quite difficult to handle. He is a very cunning person, and it's impossible for him not to guard against you attacking him. This is what we call spreading rumors. It's really despicable that we in the entertainment industry have suffered greatly from it. Wait a minute, you just said you were spreading rumors. Yeah, isn't he spreading your message to the public like those unscrupulous media outlets in the entertainment industry spreading rumors about celebrities? The key is that even if it's a rumor at this time, someone will definitely believe it when it comes out of his mouth. Lu Fengda. Lu Fengda has my intelligence in his hands, but it cannot be considered ironclad evidence. However, once it is leaked, it may still cause trouble. I can't stop him from transmitting the intelligence. After all, we don't have experts in computers either. But if we treat this matter as a rumor and deal with it, then there may not be no way out. What are you planning to do? I need to prepare first. I'll let you know when I'm ready. Hello Zhang Yi, are your things ready? Why are you in such a hurry? Do you really think I have a lot of supplies in my hands? If you didn't have my handle, I would definitely kill you. Stupid kid, if you kill me, you won't survive for many days. I'm telling you, it's best not to have my idea. Once I die, within 24 hours, your intelligence will be automatically sent to everyone's phone in the entire Tianhai city. Imagine how serious the consequences would be when the time comes. Oh, so it's within 24 hours. This should be the time limit set by Lu Fengda before contacting me. If you're tough, just wait and I'll send it over. The premise of creating rumors is to muddy the water. The mystery of the theft of materials from the South China warehouse has been confirmed to be related to personnel monitoring and self-stealing, and transferring the materials back to China in advance. Where did the billions of dollars worth of materials from the South China warehouse go? According to eyewitness reports, there was a top-secret escort from the armed forces that night, and the police remained silent on the matter, revealing that the largest material theft case in Tianhai City is directly related to the snow disaster, with witnesses seeing alien UFOs. The best way to bury the truth is to bury it in a pile of lies. Even if it's impossible to deceive everyone, it can definitely make most people think that these are all nonsense. The news from Lu Fengda mixed in with this pile of false information will naturally not be trusted. In this way, it can greatly reduce the risk of me being discovered by others. Saving in progress. Only people within the scope of Tianhai City have the potential to come here and become a threat to me in the current frozen environment. So far, it's almost enough to deal with the situation. I can only do it here. As for whether it can succeed, it's up to fate. There is no doubt about Lu Fengda. That guy must die. That guy should live here. We can't be too impatient and wait for it to become better. This distance is just right. Once Lu Feng arrives to retrieve the supplies, we will shoot him and solve the problem. The item has been placed at your doorstep. Why hasn't there been any movement after so long? Did this old thing not receive the message? Lu Fengda. No, we can't contact him here. If I call or message him again, it means I know he didn't take things back, which is tantamount to exposing my location in disguise. Wait a little longer. He would rather risk his life to contact me than get the supplies. It's impossible not to come out. Unless he's already dead. Come out. Finally made me wait. Right now. It's worth it. I've been squatting in the snow for so long. Old thing, you brought this on yourself. This is it. Wait, there might be a lot of precious data destroyed in Lu Fengda's computer. It would be a pity. The information received in my alternate space cannot be sent externally either. Next, it depends on fate. Now go back and spread smoke bombs on the internet. Even if the intelligence about me is really leaked, it will confuse the public and prevent them from suspecting me. Zhang Yi, what have you been busy with inside all this time? You must be hungry after not eating for so long, right? I made you beef whip stewed pork loin and a pot of chicken soup, both of which are hot on the pot. Come over and have a drink. Okay, I'm a bit hungry. Have you received any messages on your phones? Yes, there is. Here it is. I received several miscellaneous messages, but I don't know what they mean. It feels like I'm trying to cover it up. It was meant to be a cover-up, but that was the smoke bomb I released. Within 48 hours from now, hundreds of messages will continue to be sent to social forums and everyone's phones throughout Tianhai City. Since he cannot completely prevent Lufengda from sending out the message, all he needs to do is use a massive amount of useless information to cover up the truth. But isn't this actually more suspicious? Yeah, suddenly stirring up this topic can easily attract others' attention, right? This matter cannot be avoided from attracting attention. Regardless of whether I send these messages or not, Lufengda will definitely send them. So throwing these smoke bombs can confuse the public with so much intelligence. I don't believe that in today's world, others have so much energy to distinguish truth from falsehood one by one. Moreover, compared to the official organizations and major enterprises in Tianhai City mentioned in the information I spread, the possibility of me personally committing the crime has become the smallest. Indeed, doing so is too clever. It's like in our entertainment industry, if someone has a scandal, but if something happens to a bigger star, the events ahead will quickly be forgotten. It seems that he is not only handsome and capable, but also very intelligent. But these messages were all sent from your computer. If someone could track the IP address, wouldn't they have discovered you all at once? I didn't mean it that way either. After all, there aren't many living people in Tianhai City now, and there aren't many who know how to use anti-reconnaissance network IP. So Zhang Yi, your approach is still very successful. It is impossible to completely conceal our traces unless the world fully enters primitive society or we live in the way of primitive humans. I didn't expect to completely deceive everyone's eyes, but doing so would at least prevent the vast majority of people from directly suspecting me. It is also inevitable for organizations with strong network capabilities to come into contact with them. And I had already realized that if it weren't for Lu Fengda's arrival on this day, I would have been much later. Firstly, I don't like the feeling of being threatened, so Lu Fengda must die. And although I hate being discovered of my place of residence, I have this shelter. Unless an organization with the highest level of armed forces comes, no one can pose a danger to our safety. We can rest assured when we hear you say that. Don't get too excited too early. Although I am confident in guarding this home, you cannot sit idly by from now on. Hey, where did she go when I got down to business? What are you thinking? What I mean is, you need to help me make traps. Trap. The defense capability of this house is extremely amazing. The purpose of its construction is to prevent nuclear war or large-scale natural disasters. However, they may not have fully considered the aspect of man-made disasters, but we cannot blame them after all, as the control of weapons here is relatively strict. So the shelter is not equipped with enough excellent counterattack weapons. I plan to set up tight traps around the shelter. If anyone dares to have our idea, then let them come and go. Zhang Yi, if there's anything I can do to help, feel free to give orders. I'm not very familiar with traps, but I will do my best to complete the tasks you have arranged. Well, that's good. Once a trap is set in this kind of snow, it is the most difficult to be discovered by people. Next, I will tell you how to do it, and you should listen carefully, especially when setting traps, and remember the direction. If one day we get hurt by the trap we set for ourselves when we go out, it will be a big trouble. Nails scattered on the ground cannot penetrate people, so they need to be nailed to wooden boards. After being buried in the snow, it can instantly penetrate a person's footboard. To use this together with steel nails have stronger penetration, while screws can increase damage. Do you understand? At least 1,000 nail traps of this kind need to be created. If there are fewer, they will be scattered around the villa for another 100 meters in the future. You've probably all seen this thing on TV. If a wolf cub gets caught in its leg, it might even be able to directly break a person's skin and bones. In other words, it can directly render a person useless. Its layout requires attention to detail. If placed on the periphery, it may be detected by someone using a wooden stick, so it needs to be placed in the inner circle C of the nail trap. You only need to deal with these two traps. I will arrange the rest separately. There are two intersections from the outside that are also necessary paths to reach here. I found two explosive landmines in the arsenal before, which can be buried in the middle of two necessary paths. In the future, when you go out on your own, you must be careful to avoid this thing. Its power is too great to destroy tanks and armored vehicles. If someone catches it, they may not be able to find it unless it's a piece of debris. These traps are most effective when used for the first time, but if someone uses tools to clean the nail board, they have to find a way to deal with it. Don't put the nail board too loose. The best effect is for a person to step on a nail board, fall down, and then have another nail board inserted. If you insert it into your chest, face, or neck, you can directly kill someone. The nail board doesn't need to be buried too deep. Just be able to bury it because the snow will completely erase the traces of the trap after it falls. If it snows again later, there will be no trace here. Next is the device to prevent the other party from clearing the trap. Set up a layer of towing grenade traps on the periphery so that whether you kick the wire or trigger it with a tool, it will cause an explosion. Reaching this level should be almost enough. The 10-meter-long passage inside the peripheral trap shelter, as well as hypnotic gas, tear gas, and high-temperature sprayers that can melt steel up to thousands of degrees Celsius, are all my cards. As for the last line of defense, it's me. When will Zhang Yi's enemy come? I wish I had worked for nothing, but you really want others to come and attack us. But it shouldn't be fast. A normal person with a little bit of intelligence would not easily attack others at this time. No one who has survived until now is simple. So that's how it is. I don't know if it's better for someone else to step into the trap or just keep living a peaceful life like this. What are you doing? Are these two heavy metal doors not safe enough? Most of the areas in this villa have been automated. That means if someone can hack into our control center, they can easily open these two doors. Technological advancements can sometimes bring about significant flaws, but the fundamental principles of physics do not deceive people. To achieve great success, everything needs to be comprehensive. After all, be careful when sailing a ship that will last for thousands of years. Although his methods of doing things are a bit rough, he will definitely live longer than ordinary people. It would be great if there could be a master who is proficient in the internet here. Shinchin is quite good at the internet, but unfortunately. What's up? Isn't Shinchin studying in Tianhai City? Do you know how she is now? Is she still alive? Shinchin is Yang Mi's cousin who studied at Tianqing Academy at the age of 16 and won numerous international computer awards. Behind the scenes, she is also a top hacker. Although she was paralyzed in the lower body due to polio when she was a child, she had to rely on a wheelchair for mobility since then. But there is no more suitable candidate besides her for someone who can be trusted and understands computer science. Where is she now? Can we find her? She has been missing for a long time. After the snowstorm, I tried to contact her, but I haven't heard from her yet. If she's still alive with her abilities, there must be a way to contact me. If she can't reach me, then it's just an indication. Could it be that they are too lazy to pay attention to you? Why are you saying such things? After all, you see, everyone in your family is a genius who is much stronger than you. If they encounter danger, who would seek your help? You're dead. If the girl named Yang Shinchin is still alive, it would be a good choice to let her join my post team. After all, her paralyzed legs pose little threat to me. Zhou Kuer and Yang Mi are both so beautiful. Yang Shinchin is their younger sister. Can her appearance be inferior? Oh, it's a pity. It's a pity. What should we do from now on? The only thing we need to do next is wait. Underground training ground for shelters. As expected, even if Lu Fengdao's message was sent out afterwards, it was drowned out by the garbage messages I had pre-arranged, and there was no splash of water. If someone can extract the truth from this information all the way, it must not be an ordinary organization or they have computer experts. Hit the bull's eye. Half a month has passed, and the developed ability attached to weapons and flying props will double the range and power. This move is called precision shooting. By wrapping my abilities all over my body, my speed can be increased by more than twice as much as before. I am also more adept at using weapons in close combat, and my speed has increased. After running faster, my escape is much more stable. My abilities may seem simple in function, but they have unlimited potential for development. Although the newly developed capabilities are surprising, the consumption is also enormous. Strength comes from cells, and I don't know photosynthesis. I can only gain strength through food. Based on my situation, even mutants need to replenish their strength through eating. In other words, no matter how powerful we are, we don't have the prerequisite to use our abilities even if we can't eat enough. I never expected that the decisive factor for the strength of the alien in the end would still be the amount of food. In that case, wouldn't I be invincible? After all, I won't lose to anyone in terms of spending money. Shishan Defense Camp Underground Shelter. Is the energy problem of the base still difficult to solve? Leader, we have found out the results regarding the information we received earlier. Most of the news was released at Villa 101, Young Manor, Lujiang District. However, one of the messages is that the mobile address of Lu Fengdao, the chairman of Zhiyun Technology, is at 302 Young Manor. Talk to me about Zhang Yi mentioned in this message. Zhang Yi has been living in Tianhai City and is a manager of the South China warehouse. The current investigation results do not show any intersection between his social circle and Lu Fengdao. Just a small warehouse manager cannot be the mastermind behind this matter. Even if any benefits are obtained, they will not be in large quantities. Probably because during my past tenure, I secretly hid a lot of stolen materials at home, which has supported me until now. What the leader said is that I also believe that a small supervisor cannot have such great ability to empty the entire warehouse. All of this is a conspiracy abroad, and they must have sensed something wrong before the arrival of gamma rays, so they retrieved the supplies first. But what kind of supernatural event is going on? That set is simply self-deception. How could they know that their ridiculous behavior had already been seen through by the leader? Do we still need to investigate this, Zhang Yi? Send a few people to take a look over there in a while. We haven't searched the area of Lujiang either, maybe we can find some supplies. I will arrange for a few people to investigate immediately. Shouldn't I be the chosen one with top-notch abilities and conquer countless beautiful women? It's so unfair. Why did I only have the chance to escape when I met that person? Will I get any useful information from Zhang Yi's South China warehouse if I check through these SMS messages? I have found it. The vast majority of information comes from the same IP address, except for one. Zhang Yi, warehouse administrator, theft case at the South China warehouse. Materials worth billions of dollars were emptied overnight. I thought it was a farce of thieves shouting "Stop thief," but now it seems that this man named Zhang Yi is very suspicious. Is it really possible that he emptied the whole Walmart warehouse? If there is such a thing as superpowers, everything that is impossible to achieve becomes less bizarre. But to do this, unless it's a spatial ability, like an infinite capacity vacuum cleaner that can hold a large number of objects. During the battle that day, my attack suddenly disappeared in front of him, but later he actually released my attack again. This is not just an ordinary rebound attack, it seems like you can control the timing of the rebound attack at will. It's like I received my attack somewhere else and then released it again. I understand now that he must be a space system expert, and it is highly likely that all the lost materials from the South China warehouse are in his hands. In this way, even if he could have a rare luxury snowmobile in the South, it would be easy to understand. I envy him for possessing the ability of the space system. Compared to Zhang Yi's ability, my ability to blow snow is significantly inferior by more than one level. Is it true that he is the protagonist and I am the villain? When playing games, don't there always have some small bosses? They may seem more durable than ordinary monsters, but in reality, they are just giving away experience. My ability is completely restrained by him. I can't even beat him. I absolutely cannot oppose him in the future. It would be best if I could make friends with him. By the way, not only do I have to warn the whole village not to provoke him in the future. San Grandpa, are you there? Chunlei, it's rare for you to come out of the house. If it weren't for your mother asking you to go downstairs and stroll around, you probably wouldn't even recognize the way. Grandpa San has something big going on, and I have to tell you about it. Oh, what a big deal. Grandpa San, this Zhang Yi is very powerful and his abilities also restrain me. Let's not have any conflicts with him. Sudong Village and Young Manor are separated by a river. You'd better tell the big guys in the village to stay away from that place in the future, and when it's best to go fishing, they should also change their location. Are you saying that the notorious theft of the South China warehouse was actually done by him, and the lost materials worth billions of dollars were also in his hands? According to my analysis, this result is the most likely. Unless you are a space system expert, it is impossible to empty a huge warehouse in a short period of time. If we could give these materials to the people of Sudong Village to use, how many years would it take to run out? Third grandfather, please don't try to influence him. Chunlei, you're good at everything, but you're too timid. Our Sudong village has hundreds of households, and including the entire Shujia town, there are thousands of households. Is it difficult? With so many of us, there's nothing we can do about him alone. Coco, I can feel that person is very dangerous. You were scared out of your wits by him. When I was young, the fighting in several nearby villages turned people's minds into dogs. Why didn't you drag back a few dead people? Now, for the survival of the entire Sudong village, we surnamed Su are willing to risk our lives without fear. At first, there were some thoughts of leaving, but now the carefree and worry-free life seems to be good. Someone has arrived. I'll go take a look and you guys can eat first. The people from Zujiazan arrived faster than expected. Ordinary people cannot threaten the safety of the shelter, only the mutants in their village need attention. If he comes, I'll take this opportunity to kill him too. Since you like to die, come on. It's freezing so close to our village this day, yet there are such luxurious houses. Ah. What's up? There are traps under my feet in the snow. Quickly lift him back. The despicable person actually set a trap in the snow. Hurry up and notify others to be careful on the way. There are nail boards on the ground and don't get hit again. Be careful, that man is already prepared, but this childish trap won't be difficult for us. Let everyone slowly advance and use sticks and branches to explore and clear out those traps first. Do you really think you're smart? Oh, the second wave of traps should be launched too. This move is effective. Keep moving forward and throw all these nail boards to the roadside. What the hell is this black line? Outstanding effect. There's a bomb. Your face and body are covered in blood. Ah. Ah. There's a bomb. We can't go any further. How did it become like this? Village Chief, please call Chunlei over. There's still over 100 meters left. I don't know how many traps there are under the snow. We have to call Chunlei over. The village chief should let Chunlei take the lead and not increase the casualties any further. Village head. At first, Chunlei begged me not to attack here, and I even boasted that Haikao didn't need him to take over the shelter. But now, before we even reached the door, we have suffered heavy casualties. Why haven't the ice and snow aliens acted yet? The shelter is less than 200 meters away from that group of villagers. Even if outsiders are afraid of my ability, as long as it does not exceed 2,000 meters, I can still kill them from a further distance. Come over quickly. It's impossible for me to beg Grandpa Su Chunlei and his grandson. What are you afraid of? Without Chunlei here, we can't do anything. This kid is really vicious. He has set up so many traps around the house. Don't worry, big guy. Let's move forward step by step and dismantle all the traps for him. Others can run here. Monks can't run to the temple. I'm afraid you might do something wrong. Take a closer look inside that villa yourself and see what's inside. Oh my goodness. Look at me, I'm not blind, right? So much food and 2 fairy-like beauties. Is heaven across from you? But there are traps and bombs all over the snow. How can we break through this situation? Let's call Chunlei over. With his skills, he can clean up this snowy area with just a little effort, exposing any traps. They are all a group of useless things. It seems that except for Chunlei, everyone else in our village is cowardly and cowardly. If anyone is afraid, just go back and save the face of our Su family. San Grandpa, we are not cowards. What's there to be afraid of? I'll go catch that Zhang Yi and show you. That's right. Actually, there's nothing to be afraid of as long as you're careful. This kind of childish trap is nothing at all. There's a play. It seems like this guy isn't a big deal either. Everyone stay away and clean up all the traps nearby. Good food, good drink, and beautiful women will soon be ours. Keep moving forward like this. These traps won't stop us. The wisdom of mortals is indeed powerful. Careful and cautious investigation can indeed render traps in most areas ineffective. However, high-tech equipment cannot be overcome by such childish means. The members of the shotgun team must have caught us by following Zhang Yi. If he dares to shoot, he will immediately retaliate. Don't worry, as long as he dares to expose himself, I will definitely punch a hole in his head. How many more people will die this time? Zhang Yi, what did he do? Will so many people attack? That's why you're scared. With this courage, how can you follow Zhang Yi in the future? Villa noise reduction function activated. Mine activation. It would be great if there were more landmines like this, so that all these people could be killed and saved from suffering. Save me, save me. Breaking down early is actually a good thing, saving you from continuing to suffer in the icy and snowy weather. Grandpa San and the others are all dead. They're all dead. They're all dead. They were all blown apart, their arms and brains were all shattered. Ghost, this is an evil ghost. He's not a human, he's a ghost. We just wanted his supplies, but he killed dozens of us. Open the window in front of me. After half a month of practice, with the assistance of my abilities, I no longer need to aim for 3 consecutive shots. There are hunters. It's impossible for the wind and snow to be so strong. Why can a bow and arrow shoot so far? It's all my fault. Yao heard Chunlei's advice back then. Damn it, I am the culprit of the Su family. Since you're here, let's all stay here. I can't bear it anymore. The alien from Sudong village still took action. Hurry up, hurry up. I can't retreat, hold on. That's how I escaped last time. I need to buy time. I have learned to be smarter, and now that I know how to repeat the old technique at this distance, I am temporarily unable to accurately attack him. I want to see how long you can hold on, waiting for me to come back at home. It's great that we didn't catch up. Activate autonomous driving. Chunlei, stop him quickly. It's you now. Spring Thunder goes. This is the best time to kill the alien on the other side, and we must not miss it. Hurry up and retreat now. We can only make him lose sight to reduce casualties on our side. If the obstruction is quite tight, then let's first take the other people for surgery. The abilities of mutants have a limited scope of action, and they cannot protect themselves or everyone else. If I want to protect myself, then I'll kill all the villagers. Quickly throw away their bodies and run away. Are these the bodies of our father and brother that can't even be buried for safety? Insignificant skill. Chunlei, come up with a solution. Even if you say so, I still. Got it. TSK, TSK. That alien's ability can actually make the ice crack open. It seems that we can no longer fight them on the ice in the future. If it weren't for his ability strength not being strong enough or the ice layer not being thick enough, I would have fallen into the ice water with my car and myself. How about we catch the alien who attacked us last time? That guy is very creepy and never dares to confront me directly. His ability to escape is too disgusting and not easy to kill. Zhang Yi, are you not afraid of being punished for killing so many people in the future? Killing is illegal. Before tonight, I was fantasizing that the snowstorm would pass soon, but now. What's your opinion? Kerr, I'm a bit hungry. Can you make me some food to eat? Okay, what would you like to eat? Brain flowers, hair, blood, duck feathers, stir-fried garlic sprouts, and 9 round colon. Why is your body a bit weak? Why don't you come and eat some to make up for it? Are you a devil? Shujia Town. Where's my son? Where is he? Xiaoji Xiaoji. Wait, where's my husband? Has anything happened to him? I have already warned you. Come with me quickly, Grandpa San is almost dead. He wants to see you. What? Chunlei, I heard that you didn't follow us this time. Why didn't you go? You are lucky to have extraordinary abilities in our Su family. When things happen, you don't want to take the lead, but instead act like a shrinking turtle at home. Do you know how many people died in our Su family because of you? It's not that I asked them to go. I persuaded them. If you had been there at that time, you could have used your ability to manipulate ice and snow without causing anyone to be killed by the bomb. What are you thinking in your mind? Okay, don't say a few words at times like this. Go in, third brother. Call you. Chunlei, you're here. Third grandfather. It's all my fault for not listening to you, otherwise our Su family members wouldn't have died so many times. Hey, I'm also confused. I thought that since the snowstorm, we haven't lost any wars with the surrounding villages, so there aren't many people who are our opponents. But now I understand that the reason why our village is so powerful is because of you. But it's just a group of villagers who farm and fish, What are they pretending to be? They made a scene and ended up risking their own lives. San Grandpa, don't say that. I have already told those people in the family that if you want to complain, blame me, this old man. You can't be blamed for this. We ordinary people can't compete with those extraordinary people with great abilities. They are all dead now, and perhaps your family will say some unpleasant things to you. I hope you don't blame them. After all, we are all of the same clan and need to help each other to survive in such times. Grandpa San, I know I won't take it to heart. I'm about to die. Before leaving, I just couldn't trust the Su family. After Grandpa Chunlei left, the Su family entrusted it to you. I'm tired. Let me sleep for a while. Before his death, Grandpa San entrusted me with protecting the Su family. What can I do? If that killer comes over, I won't be his opponent, and I'm afraid I'll have to run away then. I thought I should become a dragon pride genius after awakening my abilities, but why do so many troublesome things come to me? I just want to be a flat salted fish. Are you Brother Chunlei? I'm Chunlei. Who are you? My name is Su Lily. Thank you for rescuing my father today. My dad said that if it weren't for your intervention, they would have already died over there. Haha, this is all I should do. Lily is right. I'm not a criminal, I'm a hero. I should have been a hero. My dad is not convenient to come over now, so let me thank you on his behalf. It's all from the same village. You don't have to be polite. If you need anything in the future, just come find me. Su Lily is not very familiar with her. Although they are all members of the Su family, she must have worn 5 uniforms, right? I will be responsible for guarding this home in the future. I must provide her and her child with a safe environment. This time Zhang Yi must be angry. Maybe he will attack Sudong village and kill everyone in the village in the future. I promised Grandpa San to protect the village, and now that I have love, I can't just watch him ruin my happiness. Hard work definitely won't work. It will definitely be killed every minute. Why don't we negotiate with him? In the future, the best strategy is to prevent well water from encroaching on river water. I'm such a genius. I can think of such dangerous ideas, but in order to protect the entire Su family and Su Lily, she must like me, right? It must be like this. I saved her father's life. According to the development in the TV series, she must have secretly promised me her heart. Hey! These traps will be buried for defense against the second batch of enemies, as for the alien with ice and snow abilities. In the future, we still need to find a chance to kill someone like him. If he grows up in the future, it will be a big trouble. Since we cannot become friends, we must treat them as enemies and eliminate them in advance. Who is it again this time? Feed. Hello Zhang Yi, I'm Su Chunlei. Thank you for taking my call. Can you give me some time? I have something I want to talk to you about. Su Chunlei's surname is Su. You are from Xujiao Town. To be precise, I am from Sudong Village, Xujiao Town, but that doesn't really matter. I'm calling you this time hoping to have a good talk with you. How about we not have any more conflicts in the future and reconcile? Compromise. From the beginning until now, it has been you who have been provoking me. Why do you want to make peace now that you can't win? There's no such reason in this world, right? No, what I mean is that I hope to receive your forgiveness. This is all because our village did something wrong. But we haven't caused any harm to you, and we have suffered heavy casualties ourselves. Can you forgive us? To express our apology, you can raise any conditions you have. Can I ask you a question? Can you represent Su Dongsuan to talk to me? Can. Why? Who are you? Actually, I am the alien who has fought against you twice. So it's you. Yes, that's right. It's me, Zhang Yi. Do you think I'm qualified to negotiate with you? Oh, do you mean that as long as I agree to a settlement, Sudong Village can meet any of my requirements? I can promise you anything as long as it's not a particularly difficult condition for us. That's good. The only thing I want is you, Su Chunlei. The abilities of the Ice and Snow series are powerful weapons in the current afterlife. If we can lure this alien into being our little brother, it will be of great use. Don't be like this. I'm a straight man. What are you thinking, idiot? I mean, I'm very interested in your abilities. How about this, if you really want to reconcile, come over in person and let me see if you have the qualifications to reconcile with me. Otherwise, I won't tolerate repeated harassment towards me. Don't 1. Your abilities are ineffective against me. Once I reach the other side of the river and destroy your entire village, there will be no difficulty. Even if we destroy Sudong Village, it won't benefit you in any way. Don't get too excited for now, let's talk about it. Keeping us in Sudong Village would also be beneficial for you. Sudong Village and Young Manor are interdependent. If there are foreign enemies attacking in the future, we can still help each other. Enemies, aren't you my biggest enemy now? If you can win, take everything from me. If you can't win, make peace and don't want to pay the price. You've taken advantage of all the cheap things in this world. Can you think about it yourself? Anyway, in my eyes, only you, Su Chunlei, have the qualifications to talk to me. Whether you come or not depends on yourself. But whether we can cross the river or not depends on my mood. Can't I go? Okay, then come over at 2:30 p.m. The temperature will be slightly warmer then. Wait for me. That's it. I'm doomed this time. This promise is like 10 deaths without a life. My great youth and my carefree life will come to an end here. I have a general understanding of Su Chunlei's abilities, which do not pose a threat to me. However, should we kill him or not? His ice and snow abilities will have unlimited potential in the future, even surpassing Uncle Yu's physical strengthening. Let's test this guy first and then decide whether to kill or not. I'll rest with you. I don't need to do anything else this afternoon, but I'm currently lacking a suitable pillow. Ah. Call me up at 2 o'clock. Okay. It's him. As soon as he enters the shooting range, I can take his life immediately. Cough, cough, and other people cannot be judged by appearance. Is this guy a pure joke? It seems that these guys were really scared by me. It doesn't seem like a threat, so it's okay to meet at first sight. Hello, I'm at the shore. How can I go find you? There are traps near your house, and I dare not go there. It's okay, I'm here too. You are Zhang Yi. You are Su Chunlei. Yes, it's me. I'm here to negotiate with you. Let's not continue fighting like this, it's not good for anyone. This battle is meaningless at all. It's meaningful. It's not up to you. As the one who takes the initiative, how are you? I understand that it was our people from Sudong Village who made the mistake first, so what do you need to do to reconcile with us? I want to know what you can do to seek my forgiveness. Besides the lives of the villagers, we will try our best to satisfy you as long as you bring up other aspects. Who asked you to attack me? He must die for this matter to be discussed. This simple matter was decided by Grandpa San. He was scared to death by you as soon as he went back. You should have calmed down now, right? I can tell you're quite happy. The deceased have passed away, and those who survive must look forward, right? And this matter was originally our fault, so we can't blame you. You are quite magnanimous. Among the people I killed this time, there must be your relatives, right? You don't want to avenge them. My parents both died shortly after the snowstorm. My dad had a heart attack on the first day of the sudden drop in temperature, and the snow was so heavy that we couldn't take him to the hospital or find an ambulance, so he died at home. And my mother's body was relatively weak and she died of illness in bed a week later. Sorry, I didn't mean to tell you these things. After all, these things are nothing to be happy about. If they affect your mood, I'm sorry. What about the rest of your family? Aren't all the people in Zujiakan from the same family? A member of a family, huh? Although we are of the same clan, no one in our family has ever looked up to me. Perhaps in their eyes, I am just a useless person who only knows how to play computer games at home. They've all treated me like this, how much emotion can I still have for them? So, I didn't have any hatred towards you because you killed someone from Zujiakan. On the contrary, I quite admire you. You were so handsome when you chased us with a sniper rifle in your car. Okay, since you came here voluntarily to make peace, I'll give you a chance. I have no interest in your village, and those people cannot have much impact on me. But you're very interesting. For the sake of your face, I can spare Su Dongsuan. You really approve of me. Don't worry, I have other requirements. From now on, I need you to obey my commands and act accordingly. You must not resist any of my requests. Any requirements. What if you crave my body? Just won't let you die. Since it is anime, it should have no resistance to this thing. If you follow me, I won't mistreat you. Oh my God. Is this for me? I have a lot of things like this in my hand, and there are also some rare and fun things of a generational level. As long as you follow me in the future, I promise to take care of things like figurines, pillows, and game cartridges. Okay. Whatever you say, hee. Okay, since you're all here, can you do me a favor? Can you help me with something? Come with me and you'll understand. Time doesn't leave space, Brother Zhang. Your ability is unique even if you look around the world. Where did all of your theories come from, one set at a time? Research in our anime circle. Time is king without space. But back then, when I was on the brink of death, I went back to before the end of the world, which is a kind of time travel. Does it mean that I still have abilities in this area that haven't been developed yet? Anyway, my abilities are just in their early stages. Perhaps in the future, as I become more proficient and transparent in their application, I will discover higher-level discoveries. Zhang, where are we going? Take you to find something good. Help me clean up this piece of snow. It is essential to have a defensive mindset, even if one surrenders, to understand the skills of the younger brother. 5 minutes later. Zhang, do you think this is okay? Not bad. With Su Pengzi, this top-level tool person, it's really easy to obtain resources in the future. Eat something to replenish energy 171. Thank you, Brother Zhang. This flavor of chocolate bar is my favorite. It's really a taste I haven't tasted in a long time. Has Zhang taken care of it? It's already done. That's really great. You're amazing. Didn't you think about going there to dig for supplies before? How could we not have thought about it? But the cold weather makes it impossible for us to leave the village too far away. Even if there are sled dogs here, they are not the kind of sled dogs that have always lived in cold environments in the north. If they go out for too long, their bodies will not be able to handle it. So we're just digging up some supermarkets, grain depots, and the like around Shujia town, but these are enough for us to use, so there's no need to go further. This is not a problem for me. You should follow me well in the future and treat me unfairly. Some of the food here can be considered as a reward for you. Zhang, are there too many of these things? I, Zhang Yi, have always treated the people around me this way. In the future, as long as you follow me well, I guarantee that you will eat well, drink well, and have no worries about food and clothing. Well, Zhang, I will definitely work hard with you in the future. Anime is really satisfying. By the way, under what circumstances did your ability awaken? This is me. After my mom left, I didn't want to live either, but I didn't dare commit suicide, so I had to lie in bed hoping to starve myself to death. So you woke up when you were about to starve to death? Ah, that's not true. Lying in bed, it's still very warm because I haven't starved to death yet. I thought it would be better to be happy before I die, so I rewarded myself with a little more. How many times have you? I can't remember, about 20 times. I didn't even feel it when I rushed. And then, after I lost consciousness, I inexplicably felt a change in my body.